and we joined the business on a Tuesday night. We went to class that Saturday and Sunday. That following Tuesday, you all, we were already licensed agents. Now check this out. From Tuesday to Tuesday, we had wrote $44,000 in business in my warm market. So we know we got some people on here that say, hey, they're gonna take all your training sales, right? He took all mine, but when he wrote the 44,000, he recruited 44 people. Here's how we made 100,000 in no time. He wrote 44,000, but he recruited 44 people. So now as a licensed agent, guys, I'm able to go out and make an impact because I've seen it done so many times that I caught on to it fast and I began to move through the process. So guys, check this out, man. We got into the organization, guys, with two things on our mind. That was to become financially independent, right? But we was gonna do it in Primerica, but we found out that we cannot do it with a distraction. Sold the litigation support company in December of 2019, guys. And from that way, guys, we went all the way to the top. Guys, I want to talk to you all about how it is that you go out, man, and be successful in this business. I think one of the biggest things, guys, is that you got to, number one, approach this thing with the right mindset, right? If you come into the business, guys, with a mindset, I just believe, guys, somebody said that the first key to success is in total commitment. If you come into the business with a mindset that I'm going to be successful, but I'm going to be successful if I put a portion of a foot forward, you got a rude awakening ahead of you. See, we was making as a division leader, guys, 10, 15, 20 grand a month. But when we sold our business, when we got rid of the distractions, because a lot of people hanging on to something right now, right? When we got rid of the distraction, our income took a surge to make over 40 grand in a month's time, right? This was from December to January after selling the business. Now check this out. During the time, guys, Darmon was focused on selling life insurance. I was focused on going out, sitting down with families, closing a daggum deal with a 110% contract, going to take home a big check. And I look back at my business, guys, and I was the only one making money. Ronell told me, he said, D, if you ever think about this, bro, if you keep on selling every day that you don't go write a sale, you're going to end up unemployed. Every day you don't go write a sale, give somebody the opportunity to go out and make money, you're going to end up unemployed, guys. So we changed the mindset and say, hey, well, maybe we need to become power builders. Somebody said power builders. Maybe you got to do 20 by 20 on your own personal pen. That was my mindset, right? If I ain't going to power build as an RVP with a business, I'm going to do it on my own. So we start focusing on the recruit aspect of the business. So as we're bringing people into the business, guys, we're fast starting them through the process, getting them through the daggone process, getting them licensed, getting them promoted, right? And now we start seeing cash flow roll through the organization, which is how we popped our futures. We popped our regional vice president, Calandra Jones-Jackson, and then we started bringing up these power building regional leaders who eventually takes the RVP contract. But I want to kind of touch on this just a little bit, guys, because I don't want to stick on story too long, guys. I think the biggest thing, guys, with Primerica, you all, is understanding what it is in the first place. Guys, we know that this is a win. We talking to the men tonight, right? It's when ladies on the call, y'all welcome to listen. Y'all just eavesdropping, right? I don't want to hear none of y'all feedback just yet, right? So just let me talk to the brothers for a second, guys. Listen, we understand that Primerica is a woman-dominant business, but it doesn't mean that it has to stay that way. We have to decide, guys, that if we are considered to be a leader, that we gotta lead from the front and give the ladies something to follow. Does this make sense? We gotta put on our big boy boots, right? Whether you got your Timberlands,
talk that talk.
Your Easterns, you got your Jodeci boots, whatever you gotta put on your big boy boots and decide that you're gonna be the king of your daggum household. Because the moment that we take the back seat, the moment that we allow the daggum thing to say, hey, I'm gonna let her handle this, guys. Listen to me, guys. You're gonna have a rude awakening. So I decided, guys, that, hey, listen, guys, in the business, I had to be submissive to coaching. Ronell was a male-dominant male. I am a male-dominant male, but I had to not be coachable, but be submissive to being coached. Because if you want to get big, you got to get around. You cannot get big being around small folk. So I had to do things. I had to focus. I had to do what they call quarantine in our business, guys. I remember when COVID hit the nation, guys. When COVID hit in March of 2020, you all, we was at 200,000. Guys, we jumped 5 diamonds in a matter of 9 months. We made $500,000 in 9 months because we quarantined in our business. But I had to surround myself around people, guys, around other like-minded men. See, I had to cut some of the things out, Harvey. I love playing spades. At the time, guys, I love playing the PlayStation. I love going to the gym, shoot some basketball, but that wasn't getting me free.
It gotta go.
The homeboys on Super Bowl Sunday didn't set me free, so I had to put myself in a quarantine situation with men who was headed where I was going.
Right.
Because the moment you don't detach from the things that you're used to, don't expect no elevation. So I had to figure some things out. I had to give my family something to follow. I had to give my sons an example of something to look up to, because if I was going to be the guy that lived the basic life, then my kids was going to be the guys who live basic life. I had to fix that. I always tell my kids this: listen, you're going to see entrepreneurship one way or the other. Either you're going to be somebody else's or you're going to be your own. You got to make a decision on which one you're going to do. Somebody said that a woman respects a builder. So they respect a man that's willing to go out and get it out the mud. A man that's willing to go get his hands dirty. The one that's willing to go grit, go grind, go put his daggone foot to the pedal, put the pedal to the metal. But if you ain't willing to go do that, guys, understand this, guys, you're going to have a rude awakening here. So we got to wake up, guys. I don't know what you like. Guys, listen, my wife is the lead agent. My wife is the lead agent. But don't nobody got to wonder who a leader is. See, a leader, I don't have to walk around saying that I am a leader. It's a reflection based on my appearance, based on how I carry myself, based on how I deliver. We know our own separate roles. She's the lead agent, but God, I'm ahead of a trail. So we got to figure out, guys, how do we go out, guys, and become a leader in our business? Now, check this out, y'all. Listen, man, here's how we got big in Primera. Whenever we leave our house, we comprehend 2 things. Listen, people hate what they do, or they don't get paid enough money to do it, right or right. There's 2 things that's going on. There's 2 things going on. People hate what they do, or they don't get paid enough money to do it. So when we leave the home, guys, we understand that everybody is our market. I don't overlook people. I'm all over the place, but I'm going to level this out, Dag. I'm going to level this out. Listen, guys, I don't overlook people because I wasn't overlooked myself. Somebody said that, hey, listen, we got the target market. They say women with children and couples, right? They have women with children and couples. So I don't overlook people, guys. When I go to McDonald's drive-thru, here's what I understand. That young lady hates what she does. Even though she got on the golden M on her hat, she has a connection with somebody who is somebody. So we can't afford to discriminate on what success looks like, guys. Check this out. Our only regional vice president didn't have $124 to join the opportunity. I'm going to go somewhere with this. Check this out. Calandra Jones-Jackson, when I walked into her home, you all, was a single mother with 3 children, the mortgage and the car note, making $2,000 a month, checking account was $300 in a negative, but she had a look in her eyes that she wanted something better. The outside world would have counted her out. But I said, let me invest in somebody and give them a shot to become somebody because somebody sees something in me. And how many of us guys are going to just show up to daggum Zoom calls? How many of us are going to continue to show up talking about that what sucks? We can't get nowhere when you're walking past people every daggum day. How many people are going to keep on crying that I'm stuck situation? I can't elevate, right? People won't join me. People saying, no, listen, they're supposed to tell you no. Because it said that many were called, but few were chosen. See, everybody talk about the storm. Everybody talk about what they're going through. I can't get to the next level because so many people in my family told me no. See, people, listen, guys, understand this, guys. Be prepared for the losers to give you loser statements. Be prepared for the losers to tell you that you are a part of that one scam. That you are a part of that one thing. I had somebody tell me out to tell me, let me think about it. I got to pray on that. I had to ask the hell, did you pray on this? And if so, what did he tell you? Because ain't no way, if we're praying to the same daggum God, the God that I serve says that he's a king. I'm a king's kid. He said that I am above, not beneath. I'm the lender, not the borrower. I'm not somebody who's just going to be stuck in the valley. He said, although I walk through the valley, meaning I'm going through emotion. And some people die in the valley. See, you don't understand that going through is just emotion. And I said, people stay struggling because they won't do the things, they won't switch up from the things that caused them to struggle in the first place. It was like, I got in here and I'm so discouraged. Well, hell, weren't you discouraged when you joined? So you get into an opportunity that's gonna set you free. You get discouraged and you quit the business just to go be discouraged again. So guys, we gotta fix the mental. We gotta fix the mental approach. Listen, I can't afford to override. Listen, I can't, listen, check this out. I cannot afford to walk past overrides every daggum day as if I got enough of them. Can't afford to do it. I can't afford to keep walking past this. I was at the grocery store today. Well, hell, what did you go grocery shop for? I was telling my team, I said, man, I take 5 or 6 trips to the same grocery store every day. 5 or 6 trips, you gonna go to the same store? Yes, because it's gonna be different people every time I show up. It's gonna be different people every time I show up. And the people that I'm gonna go into when I go and go meet these people face to face, I know that they got a problem on their hand, and I got a solution for the situation at hand. I know they got a problem, and I know I got a solution. So they said, how does a man come into a business with a regional vice president contract and take his income straight to $800,000 in a year? How does somebody do it, guys? We've been here, guys. Listen. Well, we joined this business, guys, May of 2019. Primerica's paid us over $2.2 million since. $2.2 million since. Why? Because everybody can get it. Everybody. I said, listen, on Facebook, I said, green lights mean go. So I'm going to slide in your DM. I'm going to slide in your DM, and I'm going to try to get something out the DM, guys, because I understand that we joined here for freedom, not friends. We're going to get friends along the way, but we joined here for one reason. The app says sprint to district. It didn't say limp. It didn't say walk. It says sprint to district. And amongst my sprint, guys, or if you on my sprint to district, you all, there's going to be some people that I walk past. I gave you all a little scenario, guys, down at the ALC about the trees. See, understand this, guys. Your business is gonna come in a whole lot of different ways, right? The trees are there. You got the leaves on the trees, right? The leaves are there to beautify the season. Y'all know the people who jumped the first diamond with us. They quit, right? They gave up, like they surrendered, right? They waved their white flag. They gave up. They jumped $100,000 with them. The people that went over 200,000, right? They kind of was hanging out with the people who went over who was with us when we went over 100,000, and they quit too, right? But then I kept prospecting, I kept recruiting, I kept finding new people. I kept going to Family Dollar and Walgreens and Walmart and Sam's, and I went to Target, and I kept going to grocery stores and department stores and gas stations, right? Because I understood that my leads kept blowing away. The leads kept blowing away, so I kept picking up new leads. I was a people collector. I told everybody, hey, I got a shot that's gonna set your family free. People say, this is difficult. How hard is it for you to find somebody who's gonna die and somebody who wanna get paid 6 days a week? You don't simplify like that. So everybody that I walk past, guys, I got a shot and say, how do you go make $800,000, guys? They say, here's what I did. I stayed direct. I kept getting new people. I kept hunting rabbit. Didn't override when I was a division leader. I didn't override as a regional leader. I had directs. I kept getting directs. As an RVP, my spread got cut down. My division leaders got promoted to regional. They got a 70% contract. I got a 110. That's a 40% spread. I joined Primerica to make 110%, not 40%. So I write on my personal pen. So I got to go out and get personal recruits. But in order for me to go get personal recruits, I got to get my ass out the house to go get personal recruits. I cannot sit on the daggone Zoom and think that everybody gonna just show up for me. I understand that people in the streets need what I got to offer. Chick-fil-A workers don't like working at Chick-fil-A. So I walk out the house every day looking like a businessman. Conversation for the brother. I got this from the great Gary Cornegay. Once upon a time, I used to do my presentations, Antoine, and with my New York Yankee cap on. I did it with my pullover on, with my sweatpants on. And Gary Cornegay said, if you ever want to be somebody, put on a navy blue blazer, white crispy shirt with a power red or gold tie. And from that day forward, my life has changed. He said it to me when I was a division leader making 20 grand a month at a 60% contract. And when we made the transition, right, man, when you make the transition, bro, when you take off the Louis Vuitton sweatshirt, homie, when you get up out of your, when you see, I'm tatted all the way up. I got sleeves everywhere, tattoos all over the body. But when I got on my daggone business attire, I'm looking like a businessman. I can go into a grocery store to tell somebody I got a business opportunity for you. I could tell somebody that this company has paid us $800,000 in a matter of 12. I can go tell somebody that, and it's believable. When I got on my grass cutting shoes, I can't have the same conversation. You are your own advertisement. And if you're in the house in the bed all daggum day, watching football, looking at Power and ghosting them, and looking at what the new show called. If you're looking at Bel Air all daggum day, you ain't advertising nothing. So a builder gonna go out and build. In the midst of you doing that, guys, you gotta look at something. Walking around my subdivision with a suit on and some Gucci flip-flops. It's a businessman. I had a kid that go say, man, daddy, that dude look like a businessman. What are they saying about you when you go out there? What does the conversation sound like? See, guys, I was too cool once upon a time. I used to go because I made some good money at Primerica. I go to the store like this periodically, but I never knew when I was going to run into my next $500,000 earner. So I would go to the grocery store looking like this sometimes. Sometimes I cock it a little bit to the left, like I would put on my Yankee hat in a minute. But when I found out that I wasn't overriding millionaires, guys, I had to switch my S up. I had to switch it up. I had to put my game face on and figure out, guys, how I was going to take somebody else to the next level. Guys, you don't get big, guys, talking about no daggone business hours. We run our calls. Listen, guys, we literally, listen, we ran a 24-hour business. Let me say that again. We ran a 24-hour insurance agency. Yeah, for real. Like we didn't close at 5 o'clock because that's what State Farm and AAA and American Family and others. We didn't close at 5. We ran this 24 hours a day, 24 hours a day, because Primerica never sent the application back that we sent through at 3 a.m. They never sent one back. They accepted the application, and then they dissected, then they cut us a check at 3 a.m. As a matter of fact, they didn't cut our pay after midnight. They didn't cut the pay after midnight. When you submit an application after midnight, they didn't cut our pay. So we was woke, our business was woke. But a 24-hour operation. Listen to me. Check this out. Because sometimes, guys, when you want to be free, you got to do abnormal things. Because the normal things got you a normal lifestyle. You cannot get an abnormal lifestyle doing normal things. Hear me out. Say $800,000 a year. Wow, that is amazing. It is. But guys, anybody know Primerica mesh your life up and make it better all at the same time? Because we make $800,000 a year and we still feel underpaid. You still feel underpaid. But the circle that I'm in don't make me comfortable. The circle that I'm in don't make me comfortable. So we had to run a 24-hour operation. Because when we see 800,000, then we see Gary Cornegay making 2.6 million. You're like, well, hell, running 24 hours, what I got to do? I got to get more people. See, in order for you to beat your competition, guys, you got to know what the score is. So we watched the competition scoreboard. And we said, hey, in California, they're writing bigger applications than we do in St. Louis. So if they writing bigger applications, guess what we got to do? We got to double the people that we write. So if they're shutting off early, you talk about getting big, guys. If you're going to shut off early, listen, we got to wait. We got to work longer hours. We got to get more soldiers on the field. I mean, you got to get more people licensed so that you can pick up more streams of income. So we ran a 24-hour operation. Field trainers closing calls every hour on the hour. Yes, we train 7 days a week because we understand that people come from a 9-to-5 background. They're used to being micromanaged. So we start giving people direction 7 days a week. But out of that, guys, as a vice president, guys, I believe our highest paid month was $153,000 in one calendar month. $153,000 in one calendar. I thought I died and went to heaven 4 times. But I said I wanted an abnormal lifestyle, guys. I wanted to do abnormal things. And understand, guys, in the midst of you doing abnormal things, check this out, guys. It's going to be some things stripped away from you. As I close this out, listen to me closely. Listen. One of my favorite people in the Bible, guys, is Job. You know who Job is. He's one of my favorite people in the Bible, guys. Job was a wealthy man. Job was a man that had everything that people wanted, the ideal thing, right? He had the healthy business, he had the money, he had all of the daggum sheep, the donkey, he had everything you could think of, guys. He did all these things. He was a wealthy man. He was a righteous man. For all y'all people that say you don't deserve nothing to happen to you, I'm coming your way. Check this out. Listen to I'm coming your way. Listen. In the midst of Job doing everything right, a storm came his way. Now watch this, because you're going to have some of these in your business. When I read that the devil was coming to and fro with angels. I read that they was coming to and fro. He said, what have y'all come from? He said, we come to and fro from earth. We've been on earth, back to heaven, from earth to heaven. And then he looking at, he like, what y'all doing with this dude, right? Because some of y'all got some people, y'all base shops, they're spreading this stuff about your upline that's talking about they gonna quit Primerica because they got this other thing going on the side, right? They got this little side thing. You gotta stop doing it. You got the people who gonna distract you, say, hey, listen, come do some crypto with me, right? Come do the gifting circle, right? Although they ran off on the plug with the gifting circle, come do the gifting circle. You got some of these people in your business right now. Hey, there's a simple thing to make money. Hey, you ain't got to take none of your time. All you got to do is log onto this thing and just say, hey, I do. And then all of a sudden, it ain't cost you no startup fee, ain't none of that, right? You gonna have some people who gonna listen. The devil was running to and fro with the angels. And when he was running to and fro, guys, he was going back to earth, tempting God's people. He said, have you tried my servant Job? And those you all that read a little bit, guys, know that Job was stripped of every daggum thing that he had. He was stripped of all his wealth. How about this? His kids was at his uncle, at his brother's house. Sound like to me they was having a party. And the house crumbled down on them, guys. And they left one person there to come back and report to say, hey, your kids died because the house crumbled. Everything was stripped away from him. He took everything away from him. Then after he did all of that, guys, he said, listen, ruin his presence. And in the midst of ruining his presence, guys, they cursed his body with sores. So it sounded to me that he wasn't attractive. This wealthy man, this man who had it all, this man who was righteous, who had it all, it sounded like he was stripped of everything from a wealth standpoint and from a physical standpoint. But watch the renew. Wait on it. When all of this happened to him, guys, it said he sat silent for 7 days and 7 nights. Because sometimes, guys, when you're going through storms, you got to shut up. Sometimes when you're going through things, you got to shut up. You got to close your mouth so you can process what's going on. He had some people with him. Here we go. It said, your RVP tripping. He took all of that from you. You ain't did nothing wrong. You ain't did nothing wrong. You ain't never did no wrong. So his friend, he had 3 friends with him. And as he sat quiet, they sat quiet with him. And when he started to speak, he said, curse my name, curse the day I was born, curse the earth that I walk, curse everything. So it sounded to me that he got discouraged. Like some of y'all get discouraged, right? You got hit with the chargebacks, you got hit with your storm, right? Your people start quitting on you, right? They start lying on you, all this stuff. Right? So you got discouraged in the midst of all this. You was going through, but see, remember this, guys. It says, although I walk through the valley, or I walk through it, you're not sitting in, you're going through, you start going through things. See, most people, when they're going through things, they can never see the light at the end of the tunnel, because if you're going through, that means you're still in motion. You ain't sitting still, you're still moving forward. See, he said, I'm going through something. And it sounded like he was going through a little something. It sounded like pain was on his body. It sounded like discouragement was in his heart. It sounded like quit was on his mind. He said, just take my life away. I hate the life. I hate the air that I breathe. I hate everything about the life that I'm living right now. He said, take it away from me. But in the midst of the doubt, he said, you can take everything away from him, but you got to spare his life. You could touch, you could break every bone in his body. Somebody got the bend but not break spirit. Listen, you can break every bone in his body, but you cannot take his life. You got to spare his life. They said they whipped him 99 times minus one. Listen, guys, I ain't trying to go to church, but I'm going to go there real quick. Listen, guys, listen. You got beat down over your career. But somebody, I know somebody who ain't going to put more on you than you can. Listen, listen. So he said, so he got beat down. He got everything. They took all this from him. They took him through the storm. They took him through the storm. It sounded like he was in a lot of pain. He said, take me out. I just want to get away from it. Take me out of my misery. Because this valley is nasty. It's spiders down here, it's snakes, and it's disgusting. Everything down here just it grosses me out to be in a situation. I can't be here no more. But then something showed up, guys. Somebody showed up in the midst of his pain and restored everything twofold. You ain't got nobody all year long. You ain't recruited a soul. All your people quit on you. So what? You had to rebuild your team over and over again. You did nothing wrong but led them people the right way. You did everything right by them. Their season was over. When a rocket is about to elevate, it leave a whole lot of crap behind. So we on a countdown, dadgummit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it.
Oh, man. Look, I don't know if y'all, of course, fired up just from that. I don't know if y'all was really hearing them. Y'all, look, let's give it up one more time for the amazing Darmon. Look, you spoke to me. Look, some of y'all, whatever nuggets y'all got.
Even if she go away, I'm a classic man. You can be mean when you look this clean. I'm a classic man. Calling on me like a young OG. I'm a classic man. Your knees get made by the street.
All right, let's go, you guys. Look, those were some amazing, and phenomenal nuggets. I really hope and pray that y'all took heed to everything it is that Coach Darmon was actually, just saying, of course, and just speaking, of course, to you guys. And y'all, we not done yet. All right. So, of course, we are not done yet, you guys. And so, of course, we have one more closeout speaker. All right, for our call, you guys, we still have one more speaker. So look, I think we just got this deal up to like 400 people, y'all. Let's get this deal up to 500 people. All right, let's go ahead and get some more people on the call, y'all. And so make sure y'all stay tight as I bring up this next speaker. All right, because y'all, this next speaker is actually hailing out of state I was actually born in. All right, Louisiana. Y'all, he is the head coach, all right, of Beast Nation. Let me give y'all a little bit more facts about him, y'all. And he's the creator of one of the most influential. Look, he's a $500,000 earner with our company, a national sales director. He has won the company's convention MVP, of course, their council members, and was the very first base shop in Louisiana history to do 100 by 100, y'all. So 100 by 100,000 in the base shop. So they were the trendsetters of that. So y'all help me welcome and y'all help me bring up the locker room legend, and the head coach of Beach Nation, Antoine Landry.
Let's go, bro. Let's go, Red.
When they see me off in traffic, they say Jeezy on some other shit. Send them pussy niggas running straight back to
Ill shit. Come on, hey, listen, y'all could have let that run, baby. Y'all could have let that run just to warm them up, man. Shout out to everybody. Before I even get going, am I coming through Click? Can y'all let me know if I can? Am I coming through Click and everybody see me and hear me? I know we got a lot of people on mute, man. Hit me with the thumbs up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome, man. Shout out to Shay Bine and the leadership team for putting this phenomenal call together. Hey, listen, now y'all, they say I'm from New Orleans, right? I'm born and raised in New Orleans, and in New Orleans, we got a music culture down there, right? So a lot of y'all familiar with Master P and the No Limit Soldiers. Then we had Birdman and Wayne with the Cash Money Millionaires. But Juvenile is a rapper with Cash Money, and he's famous for a CD called 400 Degrees, right? You get what I'm saying? And we got right at 400 participants on here. You get what I'm saying? We about to turn the degrees up on this thing. We about to turn up degrees up on this thing. Man, shout out to Damon Edwards, man. I know y'all on mute, but show your love to Damon once again, because what he and his wife and his whole organization has done, in, like he said, in such a short period of time, is nothing short of amazing. Listen, it's nothing short of amazing, right? And one of the things that we as a people, have to get better at, right, is when we see our people, do you understand? When we see our people doing special things, when we see our people breaking records, when we see our people that's making history, man, we have to be intentional about celebrating, acknowledging, fanning it, praising it, boosting it, right? Because if we don't do it for us, ain't nobody else will. Does that make sense? So I just want to send a special shout out to my brother, Damon Edwards, man. Phenomenal job, man. We're super proud of you and Keisha and everything that y'all doing with all gas, no brakes, right? And also, man, shout out to a lot of the leaders on here, man. We got some legends on this call. I don't know if y'all know, but they got some legendary people on here. While Damon was speaking, I was flashing through the screens, right? And I saw John Lennon, man. Listen, the Godfather, right? John Lennon is on the call. He's a multi-million-dollar person, one of my all-time favorite mentors in the business. John Lennon, let me just say this, man. John Lennon, he's the first $1 million, either first or second $1 million African-American $1 million person to ever make that kind of money inside this business, right? He's top two, right? You get what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is he was the very first person that asked my wife and myself, a lot of y'all know my wife, Siobhan, right? Asked my wife and myself to ever come speak for his organization, right? He is one of the most prolific visionaries that we've ever had, not just in Primerica, but just in entrepreneurship here. So I want to make sure I shout it out, John, man, the Godfather, because what the path and the bricks that I call it the success big road. Y'all know the story of Wizard of Oz, I had a yellow brick road. Now we got the success big road that he laid for us. And if they didn't fight 30, 40 years ago, there wouldn't be 400, there would not be 400 of us on this call today, y'all, right? If they didn't do, when they was just few, listen, if they didn't do what they needed to do, when it was just a few, I'm going to go with y'all today, if they didn't do what they needed to do or what they were supposed to do when it was just a few, listen, then we wouldn't have 400 some people on this call today to carry it through. Does that make sense? So shout out to John, man. I see my boy DC on here. Darren Charles, what's up, DC? Harv, Big Harv. We got some superstars on here, man. Listen, we got a whole bunch of superstars. Anyway, without being further ado, let me just hop into this, man. I'm super excited and super blessed and honored to even be asked to share with y'all this evening in such a phenomenal time of where we're in. We just started the second half of the year, right? You know what I'm saying? 2023 just kicked off. January, February, March was the first quarter. April starts the second quarter. And, one of the most amazing things I think, every year that we have is when, we all come into the new year want the same stuff. Does that make sense? I don't know if y'all pay attention to y'all life like that, but if you pay attention to your life like that, most of us always start the new year on the same page, right? We always start on the same page, right? Everybody's coming off last year and we looking at all the things we don't want, all the things we didn't do well, all the goals we didn't meet, all the goals we didn't hit, all the success we didn't have, all the stuff, right? And we all say the same thing going to the new year. And we all say, guess what? When we come into this new year, listen, I'm putting all that bull crap behind me. I'm putting all the whack stuff behind me. I'm distancing myself from all the negative people, right? If you ain't productive, if you ain't gonna help me get to my goal, all this kind of stuff, man, I'm doing away with it. I'm super duper focused. I'm locked in. I got my goals. I did a vision board. You understand? Not only did I do a vision board, shit, I'm the one that hosted the vision board party. You understand that? I got magazine, I got clippings, I got pictures, I got my house, I got my jewelry, I got the money, I got the plane, I got the private jet. I'm telling you, this is gonna be my year, 2023. We make all the slogans like 2023. I'm gonna get free 2023. It's gonna be big time. And we fired up when they do the countdown. Like Dormont just did that countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Man, every time we go into the new year, everybody fired up. We're gonna take over the world. And then we get into the new year, and about that first 2-3 weeks of January, we on it. And I don't know what it is about Martin Luther King Day, but after Martin Luther King, it's like everybody go back to that bullcrap after Martin Luther King birthday, right? And then by the time we finish the first quarter, everybody hoping and praying that tax money come in, right? Because we got to get saved by tax money, right? And then after that, we just go back to having the same old average ordinary year that most of us have. And then we get to the summertime, and then everybody's praying that the new year come around. And I don't know if y'all know, but majority of us have been living that vicious wax cycle of life for decades. Do you understand that? We get this high in the beginning, we become desperate for tax money. By the time the summertime, we pissed off because we got to go pay for all these kids to go back to school. These uniforms get more expensive. And then we dread the holidays, and then we pray that the next year gonna be better. And I'm saying, well, wait a minute, man. At some point, we got to make a shift, right? At some point, we got to make a shift. At some point, we got to put a stop to that vicious cycle, right? And so one of the things I'm gonna share with y'all is how to do that, not only just how to do that, but how to make that shift in this business, right? I think we got a perfect season that we're in right now. I'm a big spiritual person. I don't believe in coincidence, right? So when you look at this call and how many people we got on here, hey, Tina says, I don't believe that if you got invited to this call, whether you're male or female, I don't believe in that you just randomly got picked to be on it, right? Whoever sent you the flyer, I don't think that was coincidence. I believe that every time I meet people, every time I'm introduced to somebody, this is my personal belief. I believe that God has something from that person, or he's gonna send a word through that person. It ain't about the person. It ain't about Antoine Landry. It ain't about Dormont Evans. No, it's about a word that you needed to hear through us. Does that make sense? The word coming from God, it ain't coming from me. It ain't coming from Dormont. It's coming through us to you, right? And so whenever we have these calls, right, or these calls like that, whether it's Zoom or in person, I would hope that you block out everything just for a brief period of time, because it's in these moments where the enemy comes to give you your biggest distraction, right? Listen, we all at home. And listen, I got me and Shabbat, we got 6 kids. I got 6 kids, a dog. Listen, so they all listen. While I'm on the Zoom right now, it look cool and calm right now. If I turn this damn camera around, boy, y'all see the damn crazy house around here, right? So I'm just keeping it. I'm keeping it paused while they tearing up the house over there, right? But nevertheless, man, just lock in for a second, because I promise you I'm gonna change your life. And so just a little bit about me, and I'm gonna talk to y'all about a 3-point thing of what I think is gonna help people win big in business, period, but most specifically this one. But like I said, just to formally introduce myself to everybody, my name is Antoine Landry. I'm a national sales director out of New Orleans, Louisiana, right? I heard my man say Louisiana. We in Louisiana, right? You get what I'm saying? This is our state down here, right? This is Louisiana down here. And but nevertheless, me and my wife have been in business inside of the company for over a decade, right? I am 40 years old today. Not that today is my birthday, but as I'm talking to you, I'm 40 years old. I started business when I was 27, right? 27 years old. And me and my wife have been blessed and fortunate to have built over $500,000 business and have done something in the company that's never been done before us. And it hasn't been broken since us, right? And that's me and my wife have broken a company record for the fastest promotion time from RVP to National Sales Director in the entire company history. And we're also, just so y'all know, we're also the first, we're also the first African-American millennials, right, for our generations to ever cross $500,000 in the company. We're the first people to do it. Now watch this. Since us, there have been a busload of people that came and bust through that thing like Dormond and Keisha, right? That bust through it, right, and just took that thing to another level. But that's one of the beauties of the business though, right? Is that you can actually lean on, you can actually learn from people who have come before you. And like Dormond was talking about, they've been through the trenches, they've been through the fire, they've been through the ups, they've been through the downs, they've been through tight seasons, they've been through winning seasons, and they actually care, team, they actually care about sharing with you how to do the same thing, but doing it faster than them. Does that make sense, right? And we just got a blessing of opportunity, but nevertheless, a little bit about my story. When I started the business over a decade ago, team, I was pursuing my professional basketball career. So I know this talk is for the men, right? So hopefully we got some athletes on here. I know women ball too, right? They just had the national championship. Shout out to them LSU Tigers. That's another Louisiana thing. You understand what I'm saying? We got the national champions on the women's side. Shout out to them Lady Tigers, right? You get what I'm saying? But nevertheless, if we got any athletes on this call, man, I'm telling you, this talk is for you, right? But my boyhood dream was to go to the NBA. I got real close. I was a standout basketball player in high school. Had a full scholarship to play Division I basketball at Louisiana Lafayette, which is right down the street from LSU. My senior year in college, team, I had a breakout year. My senior year, they just finished March Madness. My senior year in college, I made the cover of Sports Illustrated of March Madness. It's 2004, right? One of the top players in the country. I'll never forget this, family. I had 5 NBA teams considering drafting me, right? I'll never forget, it was the New Orleans Hornets at the time, Charlotte Bobcats, Indiana Pacers, Washington Wizards, and the Phoenix Suns. And I just figured one of those teams was going to pick one. It don't matter. If I got 5, surely one out the 5 is going to work, right? I'll never forget, hey, team, I believed I was going to go pro so bad that me and my family actually flew to the draft. We flew to the draft. I knew I wasn't going first round, but I believed they was going to call me second round, right? And I was like, I don't care. I ain't got to be in the green room. Guess what? If they call my name last pick, I'm going to walk my behind from them high at the bleachers, and I'm going to walk down there, take my hat. I don't care if nobody in there. I'm getting my NBA moment, right? But lo and behold, they didn't call my name. And so that took my basketball career down another path. I ended up playing in the NBA Developmental League. They call it the G League today, right? Which is like a minor league for the NBA. Did that for a couple of years, didn't turn out how I wanted to be, but I want to share this with y'all today, right? I had one defining moment that changed my whole sports career. It kind of led me to where I am today. One moment, I never forget this, man. I went worked out for a pro team in Dallas, Fort Worth Flyers, right? And I'll never forget, man, we had training camp for 1 week. And team, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I know this is a call and we supposed to be pumping you up, but I'm just telling you real talk. Listen, for a week straight. Now, I've been playing basketball for 25 years of my life, but this week had to be one of my best weeks ever, right, playing ball, right? I mean, I was just on, right? Maybe there was the anointing on me. Listen, I couldn't miss. Everything was going right. We get down to cut day. Listen to this. We get down to cut day. Coach gets up in front of the room. He said, Twine, why? He addresses the room. He said, listen, if I called your name, listen, this is the cut list, right? If I call your name, listen, it's not over for you. Listen, keep working hard. One day you'll make a pro team. Now, team, listen to this. After the week I just had, nothing in me is saying he about to call me, right? We talking amongst the players and we chopping it up in the line, like who y'all think they gonna keep, who they gonna cut, who they gonna keep, who they gonna cut. And what I'm saying is amongst the players, everybody saying, Twine, you good. Man, this dude run a list off of everybody get cut 18. Not only did he call my name to get cut, this fool called me first. I'm first name off the chopping block, man. As soon as he called my name, man, it looked like the whole room went black. Man, everybody turned around like, oh crap, if he cut first, we ain't got no shot, right? So lo and behold, I go to the coach team. I go to the coach after it's over, right? And I shake his hand, but I'm peed off, right? I said, Coach, man, I appreciate the opportunity, but listen, going back home, what would you say I need to work on to improve my game? Because team, listen, this is my dream. This is my boyhood dream. I'm right, team, I'm right here, right? I'm 1 foot in the NBA. I'm 1 foot out, right? It's almost like I could smell the contract money. I'm right here, right? So I said, Coach, man, what I got to work on to make a team? The dude tell me, he said, Twine, man, offensively, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, you was phenomenal. Don't mind, he told me I was phenomenal offensive. Dude just cut me, told me I was phenomenal. Man, I'm doing all this stuff. He just pumped me up. I said, Coach, wait, time out. Man, tell me about my defense. Because CT, if I got, listen to this. I'm going somewhere with y'all. This ain't a basketball story. This is a business story. Y'all gonna feel me. Because CT, if I got cut, in my mind, I had to do something wrong. Harvey, do you understand this? If they cut me, I had to have done something wrong. Watch this. I said, Coach, tell me about my defense. Harvey, I said, tell me about my defense. Man, this dude said, Twine, man, I'll be honest with you. Your defense was the most surprising part of the camp. Man, we thought this guard he was going to run the camp, and you just shut him down. And I said, hold on, time. I said, hold on, excuse me, sir, time out. Man, this don't make no sense, bro. You just cut me first. I got to go back and tell my family I didn't make it, right? And I got to have a story to tell them. But you telling me you cut me first, but you're telling me I did everything right offensively? You're telling me I did everything right on defense? I said, what was the problem? Man, this dude, hey, listen, this dude looked at me and told me a statement I'll never forget in my life, right? He looked at me straight in the face and said, Antoine, be honest with you. This past week, you were the best point guard here. No doubt about it. But unfortunately, right, we just got to go in another direction. And I said, wait, what? What does that mean? Now, for y'all, he said, well, what's the big deal about that? I'm going to tell you what's the big deal about that, right? Because if you are an athlete on here, or if y'all got children on here that's in sports, or you got grandchildren on here that's in sports, you know what we tell young athletes, especially the black, especially us, you know what they tell us when we kids playing these sports? They say, listen, if you work the hardest, right, guess what? If you work the hardest, if you stay out of trouble, if you listen to the coach, right, if you show up early, if you stay late, right? If you do what you're supposed to do, if you do what you're supposed to do, right? If you take care of your books, guess what? You're gonna get your opportunity to shine. Does that make sense? All you gotta do is just keep doing the right thing. Keep outworking people. And team, watch this. I did that for 20-some years of my life. But what they didn't tell me, Darren Charles, that there's a thing that when you go pro, that this thing is about relationships. I'm going somewhere. It's a business story. It's about relationships. Yeah. Because see, once you get to the pro level, guess what? Everybody can play, but they ain't got but so many spots. Listen, I don't care how talented you are. They ain't got but so many spots to give, right? So even though there's people that can ball, you may not even ever hear about these dudes because they don't have the spots. And what I learned when I got this close to the money team, that outside of talent, that you need an agent that got some juice. You got to have an agent that has a strong relationship with somebody that can make decisions. I promise you, this is not a basketball story. This is a business story. If you want that spot, you have got to have a relationship with somebody who has the juice, with somebody who makes decisions. But what I'm telling you, don't mind, they didn't tell me that when I was a child.
That's it.
I didn't realize that until I got right by the money. And I made a decision from that point on, right? That from this day forward, I would never, ever, ever put my family's future in the hands of another man again. It won't ever happen again. Because see, here's what I want you to know about a young athlete, right? For a lot of us, that's all we got. So we believe. I'm going to say that again. For a lot of us, that's all we believe we have, especially from a young man perspective, right? To make it for our families. For a lot of us, that's all we believe we have, right? To provide for our families, to get us out the hood or whatever the case may be. That's all we got. So if that ish don't work, most black men say, I don't want to work ish. I'm going somewhere with y'all. If that ish don't work out, then I don't have no more desire to work ish. Does that make sense? And that's why we got a lot of our young brothers. That's why we got a lot of our young sons. That's why we got a lot of our little brothers. That's why we got a lot of our little cousins going to choosing a life of crime and just throwing their life away, because when this is all I have. Do you understand that? This is why it's so important for people to build businesses. So I made a decision, say it'll never happen to me again, because team, I can't take, I don't know how to explain, team, I don't know how to explain I'm the best, but it's still unfortunate. And what I'm telling y'all this is what happened for me in basketball happens to so many people economically. Darren Charles, do you understand that? Listen, for me, it was basketball. But if I on this call, already almost 500 people on here, right? How many of y'all, let me ask you something. How many of y'all have ever been in a working situation, watch this, where you were the best person working at your job, in your position? Right? You the best teacher, you the best manager, you the best department head, you the best instructor, you the best. Listen, you're one of the best. Listen, if people didn't know you, they would think you ran the company. If they didn't know you, how many of y'all ever been in a position like that? Say, dog, look how people are. I take my job serious. This is the swagger you have when you're at work. I take this stuff serious. This is how I feed my family. You understand that? Listen, if you ever been there, man, just put your hand in the chat. Listen, I've been there. I've been one of the best. But what happened to me was, it's something that just turned me totally way off, Harvey, was this. I didn't like the feeling. Team, I want you to feel me on this. I didn't like the feeling, right, of knowing that I am one of the best. But when it came down to take care of me, when it came time to pay me, it was always unfortunate. When I look at that check, it's always unfortunate, right? It's always unfortunate that for whatever reason, right, I still don't have enough money, man, to do all the things I want to do for my family. Yeah, I could pay some bills. Yeah, we can go out to eat, but I still can't fulfill that dream God put in my heart. It's unfortunate, man. And I've been here for a year, and I still ain't making that money. And I done been here for 3 years, and I still ain't making that money. And I've been here for 5 years, and I still ain't making that money. And I've been here for a decade. I done gave these people a decade of my life, but they still refuse to acknowledge me. They still refuse to value me. They still refuse to celebrate me and compensate me at the level that I can live my life. And for me, that is very unfortunate that you could be the best. But when it comes time for them to take care of you, man, it's always unfortunate. See, team, I don't know about y'all, but I ain't like that ish. You understand? I ain't like that, right? So what I do? I went back to school, right? Finished my accounting degree. At the time, I didn't give up. I didn't throw away the basketball dream totally. But what I started to do, I started working at Domino's Pizza. Don't mind just gave y'all that story about making $350,000 a year. I say, shit, hey, don't mind, you was up. Homeboy, I was at Domino's Pizza, brother. So y'all about to get out. I'm Domino's Pizza delivery driver. Listen, I went from starting point guard, conference championship team, Sports Illustrated, NBA, I'm right here, to delivering meat lovers and chicken kickers to your doorstep. Listen, it's all a matter of, yeah, listen, man, listen, I got people looking at me all funny. They thinking they thinking I fell off. They thinking I'm on drugs and all this kind of stuff. And I never forget, and people, some funny stuff. Domino's used to have this rule that said, listen, if the pizza ain't to you and back in 30 minutes, man, it's free. Man, all my pizza was free because I spent 15, 20 minutes explaining to people who knew me why you see me in the Domino's uniform, right? And I'm saying, listen, this ain't really me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing this for the time being, you feel me? Like, I'm still doing my thing, balling, baby. You know me, baby. I ain't going nowhere. And I had to explain to people why you see me in this light. And it was at this moment, I'm saying to say, I was at this moment when I got introduced to the business. And I'll be honest with y'all, when I got introduced to the Primerica opportunity, they caught me, listen, in a beautiful space, right? Because I was in a space where I had the desire to live $1 million lifestyle. I just figured the avenue was going to be the NBA. At the same time, this is what I knew. I knew for a fact that I did not want to work no job. You understand that? Now, yeah. Would I work one? Yes. But that ain't about to be my story, dog. That's not about to be my story. That ain't about to be my glory. You understand that? I don't care. Listen, for no 10, 20, 30, 40 years of my life, I don't know if y'all understand something. You do realize our people don't live to 100, right? I don't know if y'all want to have this conversation. Y'all do realize niggas don't live to 100. You don't live to 100. Man, listen, you lucky if you get 80 years out. Oh, you're lucky if you get 80 years out this thing called life. You think I'm about to get, listen, I spent 20 with my mom and them. Hold on, hey, I spent 20 with my mom and them, man. So listen, if you're lucky to get 80 plus years out this thing, you spend 20 with your parents, that leaves 60. Out of the 60 I got left, I'm not about to give you 40. Are you serious? No, man, you ain't got that many. And one of my biggest things, I always tell people, say, dog, listen, we not cats, man. That's one of my famous lines. We ain't cats. What you mean? I thought this is a business card. It is a business card. What are you saying? We ain't got 9 lives. You understand it? We ain't got 9, right? So if you don't get this thing right in this one, you ain't come. This is it, right? And so when I got introduced to the business team, what am I saying? I wasn't on the fence. Do you understand that? I wasn't, the word says this, man, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, not half his ways, not some of his ways, not most of his ways. No, in everything he do, man, he's unstable, bro. Sometimes he want to do this, sometimes he want to do that. What I'm telling you is when I came, I didn't have that. I was in the middle of, I want to live like that. I want a pro lifestyle. At the same time, I'm not going to give nobody 40 years of my talent. See, y'all think it's 40 years of work, but you got to replace the word work with your real value. I'm not about to give nobody 40 years of my creativity. I'm not about to give nobody 40 years of my energy. I'm not about to give nobody 40 years of my excitement. I'm not about to give 40 years of my productivity. I'm not about to give nobody 40 years of my team spirit, my team pride. And in exchange for that, they will never pay me, boy, when I'm worth to go be the man God called me to be for my family. What type of deal is that? They got so many men that pride themselves on being street dudes. And I'm saying, say, dog, if you was in the street, that's a horrible deal. You wouldn't shake nobody's hand in the street for that. Are you serious? I'm going to give you 40. Y'all going to make millions in exchange on a street deal. I'm never going to make the money for my family. You tell me one street ninja taking that deal. Because our people, we talk business, everybody likes to be the skeptic. They like to be like the dude that can figure out all the skepticism. Like, you get what I'm saying? Y'all can pick out who telling the truth and who lying, all that kind of stuff. And your street mentality kick in. Nobody can get you. You get what I'm saying? So you got to do research. Nigga never did a research project his whole academic life. All of a sudden, you're going to research a financial company. You ain't never did a research project in your life. You ain't like research projects. You didn't even go to the library. Most people got through English and reading, looking on somebody else's paper. All of a sudden, you got a chance to build your own company. So a brother come to you and show you how to build your own company, the biggest industry in the world. All of a sudden, you going to the library now. Amazing. Man, all of a sudden, man, you getting encyclopedias and shit. You on Google and all this kind of shit. Damn, you're a research. And I'm just saying, what I'm telling y'all is, that wasn't me. And the reason why it wasn't me, because I had this one understanding I'm going to share with y'all. See, if you're going to win big in business, you can't be in denial. Listen, if you're going to get big in business, you cannot spend too much time in denial. You say, Twine, what's denial? Denial about what? Denial about the fact that you have certain opportunities that you really don't have. When I got presented with the business, I was very clear. See, listen to this. I was very clear on the opportunities I had to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year as a young Black man. I was very clear on who was knocking down my door to offer me an opportunity to make millions of dollars. I was not living in denial, right? A lot of y'all, when opportunities are presented to you, you pretend as if you got 1,000 offers. But if we're honest, most of y'all resumes ain't that damn impressive. And not only are they not that damn impressive, the companies are not willing to break the budget for you. Even if you work with a big company, for a young Black woman, for a young Black man, they're not looking to break the bank for you. See, I was very clear about that. So when I got introduced to the Primerica business, there was no competition. There was no thinking. Don't mind that was, I made my decision the same day I heard it.
That's it, bro.
I ain't got to, man, we talking to men, right? Boy, I ain't never had to talk to no woman to go make no money. Are you serious? You sitting there, nothing against no woman. I'm just saying that. What type of stuff is that? Listen, God, I'm going deep with y'all today. See, in my mind, God put me in the room. You understand that? God put me in that room to hear the opportunity of what's going on based on where I was at and based on where I was going to be, right? Based on God knowing the true desires of my heart. When I got introduced to the business, in my mind, I said, God put me here. The human being was just used to lead me there. But God put me in that room because he knew where I was at in life. He knew what I was struggling with. He knew I was frustrated with. He knew all my cries. He knew my prayers, just like he knew a lot of y'all prayers. Just like he knew a lot of y'all cries. He knows. So it ain't no damn coincidence that a lot of you are praying for a financial breakthrough. A lot of you are praying for God to take me to the next level. Lord, just get me out of this situation. Lord, take care of the circumstance. You don't think he hear your cry? And when he heard your cry, You don't think you just think it's coincidence that you end up connecting with somebody who's got connected to the biggest financial company in America, and they giving people that look like us access to the most powerful information and the biggest business opportunity. They got more people making $100,000, $1 million than anybody. You think that's a human being doing that? You think a human sent you that? You think you got sent a link by a human? No, see, no, ain't no human sent me that. No, God sent that through an angel. You understand that? And so watch this. Because I looked at it like that, when I'm in the room, I'm all ears, man. I'm listening, team. I'm listening with the heart to receive. I'm not listening like a lot of people. That's why they got no bread like that. I don't have the skeptic unfolded swagger, dog. This is, hey, don't mind. This is one of my world famous lines. Listen, know-it-alls. Listen to this, team. Know-it-alls who don't have it all. Yeesh. Better become obsessed with learning it all before they lose it all. You heard what I said? Know-it-alls, because that's how a lot of people like, you know, no, you ain't got, listen, you don't have the life to have that swagger like you know it all. You ain't got the money to have that swagger like you know it all. I don't need to hear that, right? You don't have the bank account that says that. Ain't nobody following your footsteps. Man, I'm a big thing, man. A lot of y'all children want to be opposite of y'all. That's a whole nother story, right? I'm not into that shit. Some of y'all children don't even like your ass, man. Do you understand that? What I'm saying is, you can't come to an environment where you act like you know it all and you don't have it all. See, one of the keys of being a know-it-all is that you have it all, because you can't think you know it and you don't have it. That means you don't. So what I'm telling you is, know-it-alls who don't have it all better become obsessed with learning it all before they lose it all. And so what I'm saying, when I get introduced to the business, I'm like, dog, like, let me know. And the first thing I saw when I saw this thing was, T, I'm be honest with you, I saw status. Listen, they got people come here and they say, listen, I saw money. I saw the financial education. Man, I saw, you know, the power to impact the community and all this kind of stuff, save my family. Man, listen, all that's wonderful, dog. When I saw this thing, team, I'm letting you straight up, I saw status. Keep in mind, I'm an athlete, right? And one of the things I tell everybody when I talk to them that I got addicted to, team, it's my addiction. Right? It's my addiction. Some people are addicted to sex. Some people are addicted to drugs. Some people are addicted to alcohol. That ain't my thing. I'm addicted to one thing. And that thing is, guess what? Admiration. Team, I'm addicted to admiration. Say what? Admiration. Yes. I was just talking to the All Gas No Brakes the other day. What do you mean admiration? I'm addicted to treatment. Do you understand that? One of the things that I received as a high-level athlete when I was in school was special treatment because of the value that people saw I had, right? Because of the joy I brought to people's lives, right? Hey, fellas, one of the things I hated as a worker, I'm going somewhere tonight. One of the things I hated as a worker was the fact that, yeah, I could get paid, but I didn't like the way you treated me every day. You understand that? You didn't treat me like I was a big dog. You didn't treat me like I was special. You treated me like everybody else. Listen, when I play sports and I put in the work, do you understand the treatment, people? Do you understand, even when you're not playing, when you just walk around the city, when you just go eat at a restaurant, man, do you understand what it feels like to be accommodated? Here's a question I got for you on this call. When the last time you've been accommodated? Listen, why you think it costs more money just to fly first class? You say, Dad, ain't we all on the same plane? Ain't we going to the same place? Well, why did it make such a big deal about first class? Because it's the special treatment you get up front. You get a little bit more leg room, right? The food selection is a little bit different, right? This is why you want to be a special member in this, an elite member of that, and a club member of that, because it's treatment, man. When we talk financial freedom, yes, there's a monetary side of it, but one of the things we got to get more serious about as Black people is how we getting treated. See, if we go back to history, the fight for freedom wasn't just about economic empowerment. The fight for freedom was equality. What do you mean? I want to be treated equal. It was treatment. This shit's always been about treatment. I can't stand to be treated like a second-class citizen. No, treat me like you see me. Treat me like a human being. Treat me like an equal. Treat me like somebody who got some sense. Treat me good. And what I'm saying is when you understand that, what I got from sports that I never got from working the job, what I got from sports that I never got from working the job was the superstar treatment. And I hated it. Do you understand? Yes, I got paid. Yes, I could pay the bills. But team, ain't nobody cut the lights off for me, dog, when I clocked in. You understand that? Like if I'm coming down again, ain't nobody call my name in the starting lineup. You understand that? But team, when I saw this machine called Primerica, guess what I saw first, Harvey Grimes? Guess what I saw? The superstar treatment. I started looking at all of the big dogs, baby, and all of the people that was making the money that I dreamed of making, the businesses they had. I looked at they following. And you know the thing that got me, Harvey, you know the thing that attracted me most? I love the treatment. Team, they give us the big range, team. I am an athlete. Do y'all understand I signed up for this? Damn part-time income. No, we don't talk about this enough. Damn part-time income. I know I'm gonna make that. I signed up for this. I play for rings. That's my whole MO. Shit, you mean tell me if I go do the work to go build $100,000 business, they gonna ring me, man. Beyonce said if they like it, they should. This is what they should do. Listen, I ain't gonna do it, but if they like it, what they should do is put a ring on it. I don't understand how y'all can just give your whole life away, man. People don't even have a ring program. Why should I get serious about the business? Because we got a ring program. That's what you just tell your people. Why are you doing that Primerica thing? Because Beyonce said if they like it. That's why he said, listen, you ain't got to be professional. Beyonce said if they like it, they should have put her, and I'm going to be the next one. And I'm saying that to say, that was one of the first things that attracted me. And the other side of it is team. I was very aware that, let's be real for a second. Outside of this machine that we call Primerica, can I be honest with y'all, T? Can I be honest with y'all? If we're honest, most of y'all on here, 98% of y'all on here don't have a close relationship with a millionaire that's taking you under their wing. They got 450 people on here. I bet you the money outside of the Primerica machine, y'all do not have one multi-millionaire that look like you that say, you know what? Don't worry about nothing else in life. I got you. I'm going to take you under my wing. I'm going to teach you everything I know. I'm going to teach you all the secrets. I'm going to teach you all the ins and outs. I'm going to tell you all the stories. You going to walk with me every day. And I'm going to show you how I went from shit to sugar. I'm going to show you how I built my life. If we honest, 450 of y'all don't have that relationship. Am I right?
Talk, Twan. Talk, man.
Right. You don't have it. But I'm telling you, this is what I recognized in the beginning. This is what I didn't fight with. This wasn't a debate. I didn't need counsel for this. I was very clear on the relationship that I didn't have. But if you understand anything about sports, if you understand anything about success, a large part of becoming successful is you have to connect with somebody who's already there, and they have to take you under their wing. The mom was telling y'all spiritual, listen, in order for the disciples to go out and carry the word after Jesus was there, Jesus had to pick them.
That's it.
Man, y'all got to feel me on this. He had to pick them. Do you understand? To teach them the game, to teach them the ins and outs of the kingdom and how it works. What I'm saying is a large part of your $1 million success, Darren Charles, a millionaire gonna have to pick you, dog. Listen, if a millionaire don't pick you, team, I'm being real with y'all. Nobody gonna tell you this. They're gonna tell you read books and shit. No, a millionaire gotta pick you. That's the truth. If you ever want the truth, you on here on the Tuesday night, that's the truth. If a millionaire don't pick you to give you the insight, to give you the ups and downs, chances are you won't last long enough by yourself to get it yourself. You heard what I said, huh? Chances are you won't last long enough by yourself to get it by yourself. But if you study all successful people, everybody had that wing experience. That's how they ended up having a winning experience. Listen, everybody had that wing experience. Let me show you the game. That's how they ended up having that winning experience. And what I'm telling y'all is, if you're serious about going to the next level, what you should be excited about is stuff like that. Almost 500 people on here. What do we say, man? This thing is filled with people that's willing to take you under their wing. Hey, dog, listen, I'm going to raise you up like on eagle's wings, baby. Listen, hey, I got you under my wing, and I saw that. And I was honest about the fact that if I did not get serious about this business, I don't have another $1 million wing relationship in my life. So in order for me to get to that life, if it's not the NBA, team, if it's not the NBA, can I be honest with y'all? I don't know where else to play. 18. Maybe you do. Hey, fam, I'm about to wrap up. Watch this. I'm on this thing right now called Name That Career, right? Y'all can write that down, called Name That Career, right? I don't know. Maybe y'all do, but I don't, right? But you tell me one career you know of where you could literally pay less than the price of a pair of tennis shoes. Boy, you pay less than the price of a pair of tennis shoes. Wait. They give you the money back. Wait a minute. Not for you doing nothing. No, wait. For you download the app, Harvey, and go into class. I ain't say pass the test. Wait.
Come on, bro.
Wait. I could get in the biggest, most powerful industry on the planet for less than the price of a pair of tennis shoes or a bottle of cologne or perfume, right? They're going to give me the money back for downloading the damn app, for downloading the app and completing the class on some shit I probably should know anyway. Because I ain't go there. We supposed to know the insurance game anyway. That's another story. But they gonna pay me to go to class. And listen, I have the power to go build, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, $800,000, $1 million business, and nobody's breathing down my freaking back trying to check all my audit. Nobody trying to audit me. You ain't got the fans in your, man, y'all ain't trying to do it. Y'all don't have a real conversation. You know, when certain people start making a lot of money, they get people on the, they start getting certain phone calls. Right? We ain't get no phone calls, right? We just billing, right? We making phone calls. The regular people that start making money, they got to get phone calls. We make them. You don't feel me. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. And so watch this. You said, Twine, man, listen, we came in, man, made history, stuff like that, creating one of the most attractive brands with our people, young people. And I just want to remind you of this as I wrap this up, right? Man, y'all realize there's a new generation coming? Am I the only one who recognizes this? There's a new generation of people coming. My oldest daughter is 15 years old. In 3 years, she's done. And when I say done, meaning her high school days is done. You get what I'm saying? A family, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all want to have influence over your kids. A lot of y'all pride yourself on that and respecting influence. Let me tell you something. This is a different group here. But my oldest daughter is 15. In 2-3 more years, she gonna be, she gonna either play the college card or she gonna be, she gonna be a adult human being out here. They call them Gen Z. I just call them young people. Y'all call them whatever y'all. I call them young people. What I'm trying to tell y'all is, they got a new wave coming. You understand? And this wave that's coming, team, this wave that's coming. Listen, if you take the time to understand that it don't matter what group coming, right? There's certain principles and inevitables that they're going to have to master to succeed in America. Do you understand that? One of those inevitables is they're going to have to learn economics. They're going to have to learn finances. I don't care what generation you call it, Generation X, Millennial, Gen Z, you got to learn economics. You got to learn finances if you're going to win in America. Y'all with me? What I'm telling y'all is they got another group coming, right? And this group got more access to bullshit. We're in the locker room now. This team got more access to foolishness and bullshit than we've ever seen, right? It's at the click of a button. Do you understand? And if we as I call it the mature group, right? If we as the veterans, right? If we as the people who didn't live this life for 20 some more years as an adult, for 30 some more years, 40 some more years as an adult, if you don't get in position to be attractive to them.
Yeah, come on, bro.
I don't care if y'all gonna play like y'all ain't into cars. I don't care if you're not into cars. I don't care if you're not in the big houses. I don't care if you're not in the jury. It ain't about that. What I'm trying to tell you, this shit is about influence. The number one thing the enemy wants over our kids is influence.
Dadgummit.
You understand? Why do I need to get serious about building a business no matter how old I am? Because you got to compete with the influence. You've got to be you can't tell a story. No, you've got to fight and be the person that your children and your grandchildren, see as not somebody who knows it, no, but somebody who's doing it, somebody who has it. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, listen. I don't know if y'all listen, say dog, like outside of money, finance, and concept, you better go build a business because you are in the next 10 years, bro. There's a new wave of people, bro, that if we don't catch them, listen, if we don't get them, the people that got the wisdom, the people that got the knowledge, if we don't get them, say they got a whole world that's about to suck them up. This is why you got to get serious about building a financial business. This shit bigger than insurance. Is insurance big? You best believe it, but it's bigger than that. It's about influence. See, I got an influence business, don't mind Edwards, that does insurance. You understand? I'm in an influence business, right? We got to make it look most, and I think we did a phenomenal job at making it attractive, but we got to make it look most sexy. We got to make it look more attractive because when this generation comes, they have got to know that there is another way that I could be a YouTuber. There's another way where I could be a social media influencer without doing that stupid ass shit that all these kids doing all damn day. They got to know that there's another way. I could be that, but I could do that on the business side. That's why we need your ass to go build a business. That's why you should take pride in it. Because if you don't, listen, you better kiss them little years goodbye. Them influencers come and get them. You understand that? And my last point, you know I'm a basketball guy. I'll leave y'all with this. Man, I'm fired up in the right kind of way. I'll leave y'all with this. I'm a basketball guy. Right now, it's championship season in the NBA. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. It's championship season in the NBA. Today, like right now as we talking, there's a play-in game right now, right?
It is.
And I want to leave y'all with this thought. Let's call, for the sake of this ending, let's call our dream life, our dream lives that we want to provide for our families, let's call that a championship. Can we call that a championship as I close? Let's call the legacy a championship. Let's call the generational wealth that we want to create, let's call that a championship. Here's the success blueprint the NBA giving all of y'all right now. The NBA, Darren Charles, a couple years ago, watch this, started something they called it this team, the play-in tournament. Now, I've been watching basketball for 20, 30 years of my life. Just recently, they've started, Darren Charles, a play-in tournament. Well, listen, they've already got the people who've locked their spots in the playoffs. But we got these 4 or 5 teams that's right there on the cusp. But here's what we're going to do. To give them a chance to get in the playoffs, we're going to give them a chance to play in, right? And they got one game. It's a one and done. Right? And depending on how they do in the play-in tournament will determine who they go against in the playoffs. And based on how they do the playoffs will determine if they're going to win the championship. You say, Twine, what the hell I got to do with the business? See, let me tell you something. It ain't about basketball. But see, a lot of y'all right now on this call, see, after this call, you got a shot to play in that team. To get to that championship of life, to get to that legacy of life, to get to that generational wealth, you got a chance to play in the biggest, most powerful company on the planet. You got a chance to play in the biggest, most powerful industry on the planet. We got more millionaires and more billionaires than any other industry out there. You got a shot to play in it. But you might only have one shot to do it though. And once you're in the game, once you're in the company, once you're in the business, now you can play off of all of the leadership that came before you and want to take you under their wing. See, a lot of people won't win financially because you ain't got nobody to play off of. And if you ain't got nobody to play off of, you can't win a championship if you're not in the playoffs. See, most people don't get that. See, that's a life lesson through sports, right? In order to get to a championship, you got to get to the playoffs. But a lot of black people don't have nobody that's successful to play off. That's why we don't win championships in life. But now we got a new thing, though. That look, we got a new company. We got a new swag. Man, this shit look good. It sound good. It smell good. And we could play in that game. We could play in that company. Primerica said, no, all of y'all want to do it. Y'all can play in this thing. And not only play in this thing, you can play this thing as big as you want to. Holy crap. They didn't do that. Don't mind. They didn't do that before. But wait a minute. Now we can play in? Wait, we can play in it? Yes, you can play it, but you got to give it everything you got, just one season. See, we just need one season from you. The mind him told you, we just need one season from you. Man, your season might be a couple months. Your season might be a couple years, but I'm telling you, with your play-in opportunity in the biggest industry in the world, we need one one decent-ass season from you. I just need one season. Give me one season. Maybe it's a year, maybe it's 2 years, but from your one season, what you gonna have access to, Dan Charles? You're gonna have access to play off of all of the leadership that's got the blueprints to help your ass go win the championship for your family finance. AT, y'all can take it back. You understand that? Listen, I'm so freaking fired up. We're gonna do something special in the second quarter. I appreciate the leadership team for having me. And listen, I'm gonna take it off, turn it back to the MCs. Man, let's go do something big, man. Let's go do something big and special with our lives. Let's make it happen.
Dealership. Me, I'm in my spaceship. That's right, I work for NASA. This FNH is not a fraud. Call that bitch my bodyguard. Call that bitch your bodyguard. Yeah, that's my bodyguard. Wear a lot of jewelry. Young don't do security. It's whiter than a napkin, harder than a dinner plate. If you want it, come and get it. You know I stay super.
Man, look. He just lit this call up. Look, I don't know if y'all was listening. I see the fire and everything going in the chat box. Look, y'all go ahead, give it up one more time, y'all, for the locker room legend. You know, give him, you know, that can look for he said a word and he really poured into us for like a whole hour. So y'all definitely give it up to him for that. You know, one last time. And y'all, what I'm gonna go ahead and do as we wind down and before we go ahead and jump into, you know, the Q&A session part with our leaders, you know, if they allow us to, you know, have a brief Q&A session right after this, y'all, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is actually bring up, of course, you know, my regional vice president, you know, who is a $200,000 a year earner with our company. Just last year got inducted into the African American Council with our company and on track to becoming the very first African-American female senior vice president in the state of Tennessee in our company's history. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic over to Coach Shavon Nix.
Baby bet, hey, cover say, couple Grammys on him, couple
What's going on? What's going
that's a fact, hey,
How up? Come on, y'all. Hey. Come on. Y'all, I'm super duper, absolutely positive, excited about everything that has been going on today. Y'all, these two young men, man, literally just lit this call on fire. And so, man, I'm just excited. But look, at the end of every meeting, you know, we definitely show appreciation and want y'all to see the history of what these men have had going on in business and in their life, guys. And so I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity to see a little short video, okay, guys? And we're gonna get this thing back rocking and rolling.
Like we always do at this time, I go for mine, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. I go for mine, I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky.
I'ma get on the TV, mama. I'ma put it down. Hey.
Welcome to the good life with the CLD. Won't even get pulled over in they new V. The good life, let's go on a living spree. They say the best things in life are free. The good life, it feel like Atlanta, it feel like LA, it feel like Miami, it feel like NY. Summertime shy.
Now throw your hands up in the sky.
So I roll through good. Y'all pop the trunk, I pop the hood. Ferrari. And she got the goods, and she got that. I got to look sorry. Yo, it's got to be, cause I'm seasoned. Haters give me them salty looks. Lawry's 50 told me, go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up.
We the best.
Convict music.
So it ain't a lot of them spread out with it. South Carolina.
So y'all, man, I'm just excited, man. These young men have paved the way for all of us in this business, y'all. So I'm super duper excited. One last announcement that y'all will hear from me while I let Khalif take over this last maybe 10 minutes or so for some Q&A. You have to be a regional leader or above to ask a question, and your camera has to be on, okay? Now, of course, if a regional leader or above don't ask questions like they already at, 400,000 or 500,000 themselves already or something like that, well, then we'll just drop it down to a division leader. But hopefully, a regional leader or above will come off and ask a question, especially if you're not already at where these men have accomplished, okay, guys? But next week, y'all start the partnership call, guys. Super excited. We got Georgia Princess Mitchell that'll be getting on. We'll have Stamonte and his mom, and April Bonner, y'all, they'll be getting on next week. Also, we will have, if I'm not mistaken, Chris and Tarsha Gray as well, guys. So super excited. Make sure y'all get on same time next week. And so y'all, I'm gonna give it back over to Mr. Khalif. Love it.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you so much. So as we wind down for this last section, like she said, we're gonna allow people. So of course, ask some questions. Make sure you raise your hand. So raise your hand and I'm gonna just choose the first people on the screen that I see. All right, they have their camera on. And like she said, you do have to be a regional leader or above to ask a question. All right, now, y'all probably, don't get a lot of opportunities where you can ask a question to somebody who's making over $500,000, who's making over $800,000 a year. All right, so look, I'm gonna let y'all know. Look, if y'all don't ask questions, I'm gonna ask questions. So I'm just, I'm gonna let y'all go first. All right, but so of course, so I see the very first person that we do have up, and thank you, leaders, for even staying on to let us ask some questions for you guys. So I see the first person we have is Brittany Robinson. And so you can go ahead and start us off with the first question.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. The call was phenomenal. As far as what advice would you give somebody that's been in the business, let's just say maybe 3 to 4 years or so, and they need to get things, rocking and rolling again? What type of advice would you give to somebody like that?
I think the biggest thing is this, you hear most people in your situation that's got in the business and they got stuck, they end up quitting and going to get a job or doing something different from an income standpoint. Here's what I always tell people, man. Primerica is literally one recruiter away from an explosion. I remember when we got a 6-figure ambition, it was the $20,000 base shop when we joined, right? Rynell Kiana was on the rebuilding phase. It was a $20,000 base shop when we joined the business. Rynell showed me a bonus check for $13,000. And Rynell's last check before he transitioned was over $120,000, right? So one recruit changes the dynamics of your business. And this is what a lot of people miss. Like, a lot of people think they could afford to walk past that one recruit. No, everybody that you encounter has an opportunity or a shot to change your business, to change your life, right? So when you're in that situation where you're calling yourself stuck, just understand this, man, your market is the ocean. Your market is the ocean. So just go and jumpstart yourself and say, hey, I got to find me one person. And if I get that one person, I have an opportunity to change my situation overnight. So that's what I would give you, Twan.
Hey, Brittany, great question. I would say this from a start spiritual. For somebody who feels stuck, just remember this, man. The word says no one man can serve 2 masters. You understand? Either you're going to love one and hate the other one, you're going to cling to one and cling to the other one. One of the biggest challenges that people are not, let me just clear, people are not stuck here. They're stuck where they've been. Keep in mind, they ain't did nothing here. Wait, let me get this clear. Most people ain't did nothing here yet, right, to be stuck here. The issue is that you're stuck back there, right? And you're fighting to get it going here. But because that back there, whatever that life was, whatever that circumstance was, whatever those situations was, whatever those relationships were, whatever those obligations were, the reality, Brittany, is people are stuck back there. And it's like quicksand, like, you get what I'm saying? It's like walking in mud. I'm trying to get to all I see in Primerica, and I'm talking to these leaders, I'm listening to the women and the men, and I just believe I can win. But for whatever reason, man, it just feels like it's so hard to get my business moving. When I'm telling you, Brittany, it ain't the business that's the issue, it's that issue. So once you get, that's why I say what I said, once you get to a point where, listen, I don't know how long God got for me, man. I would like to think I'm gonna live to 200 years old. I speak that every day. I'm living to 200, but none of us know. What I'm saying is, if I know we ain't got that, they always say, life happens like that. What I'm saying is this: companies, people, groups, organizations, Brittany Roberts, listen, they cannot get the best version of me if you're not gonna pay me the best version of Yoshi. You understand? You can't get the best of me. And so many people feel stuck because they keep giving the best, most productive version of themselves to that old-ish that never promised them that they would give you the best version of the income for you to live. So my answer is, you're gonna have to choose. Nobody won't tell people that. But that's a reality that all winners have made. Brittany, you heard what I said? That is the decision that all winners have made. You cannot serve two masters. Don't take the word master, but I'm saying, no, you gotta pick. You gotta pick where you're gonna give your best to. Once you decide who you're gonna give your best to, watch what happens to the rest of your business after that. That's the decision people gotta make.
It's real talk.
All right, great question. Thank you so much, Brittany. The next person, what'd you say, Coach?
No, I was just like, that was good.
Okay. Definitely was good. So the next person I see we got that has a question with their camera on, I see, is it Dwayne and Chanel Hall? Am I pronouncing it right? So y'all can come off mute for me. Yeah, hold up. Yeah, you need it, boss.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, it's Dwayne and my wife is Chanel. Dwayne and Chanel Hall. The question I got, as a regional leader, answering you these questions, what are the numbers? What would you suggest the numbers be to go from 0 to the ring in 6 months? When in the numbers, I mean like weekly recruits, monthly licenses, and how many monthly how many independent district leaders we need to be popping out monthly to make that happen in a 6-month time period.
So watch this. I think you about to get a great answer on this, because you got a skyrocket income person that's about to come after me. Right? If anybody can tell you how to get the 100 grand 6 months, that boy right there, the money ever can tell you. But my thing would be is this: I'm a position person, right? I'm an athlete. So my thing is, you'll get every piece of income you want when you fight to get to a certain position. Remember this, the name of the game, get the vice president. So if you're a regional leader, man, my thing, fight to get the vice president. I'm not saying you can't make 100,000 in 6 months as a regional leader. You got an example right there. But I'm saying, well, listen to me. The company made $100,000 for the vice president. The RVP contract is designed for you to make 100,000 plus. Not to say that but because like for people like Domine, and I'm talking about, we got a bunch of them. These, and I'm not saying people can't be that, but these people are freaking, they ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna say it for them. They superstars, dog. You understand that? Them finger people rocking, okay? I'm telling you, the company made $100,000. They made $100,000 contract called RVP. So the answer is not how many numbers in district. The answer is whatever RVP base shop you in, go learn whatever the requirements is to get to RVP in 6 months. You go to RVP in 6 months, $100,000 is a smooth breeze if you just keep doing what you're doing. If you keep doing what you did to get there. My thing is play for the position and the paper come automatically. But then if you want to do a superstar thing, don't mind gonna tell you.
Yeah, man. Truthfully, man, here's what my belief is, man. Yeah, your contract, if you're 70% contract, 70% contract pays you more than a 10%, 20% spread from an override standpoint. So I'm not one that, here's my belief system. If it is to be, it's up to me, right? Everybody know that, since I've been in the business, I've been a personal producer, right? And then I had a business that ended up coming along with it. Like the moment we broke the company record, hell, I wrote $75,000 in personal production, right? Most people ain't willing to go to work like that, though. Does this make sense? So if you write as a regional leader, if your income is at 0 and you want to make 100,000 in 6 months, you got some work to do. Right? You got some work to do, right? Not that it can't be done. You got to get to work. Does it make sense? So if you're looking at it from a personal standpoint, that's it. So you got to write 40 to 50 grand a month in personal production to do it in 6 months, right? Now, here's what you're looking for. In 31 days, you got to find 40 to 50 people who are going to die. You got 31 days to find this. This is how your mind got to approach this thing. So whatever you're doing from a recreational standpoint, all that out the window, right? It's dead because you want an abnormal result. You want an abnormal result. Primerica will pay it. Does this make sense? Primerica will pay this. They paid us $100,000 in a month, right? So they will pay the money, but are you willing to do the work to get it? That's the question. Are you willing to get up when everybody else is asleep? When we did, I'm gonna keep it a buck. We slept 4 hours. So when people were asleep, we were woke, and we were writing, and we were recruiting, and we were getting people licensed, but we were writing more than we were doing anything, because the 70% contract on $1,000 in premium pays you $700. If you write 20,000, it's gonna pay you 14,000, 10,600 of it is gonna be in advance to you, right? You're talking about that. If you're doing it, it's 20,000. That's gonna send you 10,600 advance. Well, if you double the 20,000, now you're making 20,000 a month. Okay, you got 6 months. Then you're 120 grand. So that's writing 40,000 in business, right? Your number should be around 35,000 in personal production, assuming there's no chargebacks with some override mixed in there, bro. And you should be good. But I'm gonna say this to you, man. Make sure that when they come in the door, it stay in the door. Because Charlie Brown come hit you real good. Does this make sense? So yeah, man, it's just time to get up and go get to work, man. It can be done. It can be done. But make sure, man, that you're doing it in class. Don't get desperate for it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Amen to that.
Amen, amen. Charles Barkley show always come. But all right, so we got I think we got Coach. Do we got time for one more? One more question. One more question. Okay, perfect. All right, so the last question is going to come from, I think we got a Brianna Graham. Brianna Graham. I'll say you can take us away with the last question.
Hey, look, I'm so excited. First of all, I'm on my RVP run. I am a senior regional leader. I have some of my teammates on here, and I'm just like, y'all, tell me what to do. Like, I can't miss it. I feel like I'm doing the things right, but I just want to make sure that like we're recruiting strongly, my QBI stay good, and that we put in premium in for us. So, Darmon, you answered so many of my questions a second ago. So as far as recruiting and getting our recruits like off to a fast start, I think that's what my main concern is. It's just like getting people off quickly and not letting people fall through the cracks.
So what's your actual?
Sorry, my actual question is how can I get people off to like just the fastest start, like without letting people fall? I guess like not dropping the plates, not letting people fall through the cracks.
Do you want to do that? Take that one first?
Yeah, I got you. Let me say this, guys, because we get this. A lot of people in Primerica, we miss this. Listen, let me check this out, yo. A star comes as a star. Does this make sense? They ain't gonna quit, right? They ain't gonna fall through the cracks, right? A stud comes as a stud. Your job is to teach them Primerica. Now, understand this, to get somebody off to a fast start, you got to be off to a fast start because you are what you recruit. Does this make sense? So when Ronnell recruited me into the business, when Ronnell sat down at my table and recruited me into Primerica, listen to what I'm saying. I went district leader in an hour. Here's what this looks like. In our system, it requires 3 recruits by 3,000 in premium. Check this out. Let me tell you how we did it. Listen. I joined first.
All right.
Listen, my wife was my first recruit. Listen, when I joined, listen to me. When I joined and I seen the dime, I didn't say, give me the cheapest thing you got. I said, protect my family. Give me full coverage, not liability on my family. Give me full coverage protection on my family, right? Give my wife full coverage protection on our family. Give my mother full coverage protection on the family. Give my sister full coverage protection on her family. And all 3 of them joined me in business because we was building a family business. I went district in an hour. So if I can protect myself, my wife, my sister, and my mother, then I can take you to protect yourself, your wife, your sister, and your mother. It don't, listen, this ain't rocket science, y'all. This ain't rocket science. Listen, all of them got one thing in common. They all gonna die. Hey, we're building a family business where when we die, we gonna leave a legacy, not a letdown. So therefore, protect yourself, your significant other, your mother, your sister, your brother, and tell them you're building a family business. They join your business. When your recruits see you do it, guess what they're gonna do? Monkey see, monkey do. So it's not a everybody, listen, everybody that joins Primerica ain't ready to hit the next level. Some people are so comfortable with failing and struggling that they put this as a plan B, as if plan B's ain't been aborting things their whole daggum life. So they put this as a plan B. So understand that, man, a stud ain't gonna, listen, people come ready to win, but they also come ready to lose. They're gonna come here with all the answers. So listen, as long as you don't fall through the cracks, with them, and you off to a fast start, man, you are what you recruit. The dog wag the tail don't wag the dog.
Got it, coach. That's perfect.
Hey, Bree, just to add to that, I actually know I know the question that you had, but I kind of know where the spirit of it comes from, and I'm gonna just, because this is bigger than you, because there's a lot of women on here. This is gonna help majority of the women on here, because naturally, you know, women, y'all have a nurturing nature, right? And it's bigger than the business. It's bigger than insurance. It's bigger than a bonus. It's bigger than a license. No, it's nature, right? Your nature is to nurture. In other words, there's a part of you as a woman in business that doesn't want anybody to fail, right? I want everybody, because it's like that mother, it's that mother, like, you get what I'm saying? You can't beat it. It's part of you. You get what I'm saying?
It's true. Yeah.
I get it, but here's what I will tell you, right? Even though Jesus came to save everybody,
come on, man,
there is something called free will in choice. And even though my heart, I gave my life to save you, people still have the right to choose against you.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? What I'm telling you, it happened for him. It happened for God in the flesh. So what I'm saying is, when you have people who start out on a path and you got it all laid out for them, we gonna sign up, we gonna do this, we gonna get you in class, we gonna see your first people, we gonna get your hot market, and you got the whole system, and you're gonna show them the scope, and you're gonna get them on POL, and you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do that, and you're gonna flash it, you're gonna create a little slideshow for them, you're gonna call them out, you got the whole, because you're a mom, right? A mom don't mean mom. See, I'm redefining what a mom is. A mom stands for master of money. M-O-M, a master of money. So you got this whole, that's your skill, right? You could bring it all together. And part of your desire is, I just want all of us to win together. Do you know how great life would be if we just all reached our goals and we all hit at the same time, and our kids are gonna grow up together. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a great life. We're gonna travel the world, man. I just want you to get, I don't want you to lose it. No, you're and this is what most women say, she was such a good person. I don't know what happened to her. She was such a good person. Oh my God, if they would just get it, oh my God, they could be so big time. I don't know what happened, but let me tell you something spiritual, Brianna. Guess what? And this was something I had to learn in leadership. At the point we meet people, this should free you right here. At the point we meet people, you don't know what area of life or what phase of life God is dealing with them in.
That's good.
Yeah.
Man. That's good, bro.
And you can't get into, my point is, you can't allow your care for a person in the natural get in the way of what God's trying to do with that person in the spiritual.
Yeah, that's good, Twan. Come on, bro. You work.
That's good.
Leadership says, man, love everybody. Man, go after the one. Yeah, but if God is working with that person on some whole other stuff that we didn't know about before they signed up.
Right.
We just want to sign them up. Let's go business. Yeah, but they dealing with life. Yeah, come on, fast start. And just like Domon said, this is why you do big numbers, because in the big numbers, it yields you the good fruit. It yields you the good soil, bro. I tell you this spiritually, and I'll let you go. There's a scripture in the Bible I suggest you read to start your day. Part of your daily devotion, whatever time you get up, is Matthew 13. It's the parable of the sower. I'm not going to tell you the parable, go read it. Matthew,
got it.
the parable of the sower. Long story short, it tells you 1 out of every 4 people that hears the word is going to become productive, some 30, some 60, 100-fold. It works like that for people, 1 out of every 4 people. The challenge for most women in business is that you are attached to all 4 of them.
Sheesh.
And the word says, not us, the word says 1 out of the 4 are going to hear the word, receive it gladly, it's going to download in their spirit, they're going to become productive.
Yeah.
Some 30, some 60, some 100-fold, right? It won't be everybody. So my suggestion to you would be, just look, read that every day, right? Faith come by here, read it every day. And when you start marketing, as you get your people, just remember, as you're looking at them, and everybody telling you they're going to win. This the all of them tell they want to break curses. All of them tell they're going to be the next one to take your business. And you just got to look at them and say 1 out of every 4, y'all.
Yeah, bro.
You with me? That's hard to do because your nature wants to love everybody. And then one thing I'll share with y'all too is for people just like that, listen, I made a locker room mixtape. Not for you, but for the people. Do you understand? To keep them from falling through the cracks? Because listen, as soon as people make the decision to go in, the enemy coming. He's coming to seek whom he may devour. So you can't come on here talking about, yeah, I'm gonna be the one gonna break curses. I'm the one. The enemy said, fool, I'm the one set the curses. You gonna break my stuff? You gonna break my stuff, right? Do you know what type of poverty I got your people under? Do you know what I got? Do you know what kind of cloud of lack of success in lack and poverty I got the people? Oh, you gonna be the one? So you the next Jesus, huh? So you the Jesus for your family? I already dealt with one of them. So you the next one. Okay, well, watch this. I got something for your ass. You think you gonna kill my curse? Watch how I kill your confidence.
Come on, man.
See, this is the game. If you think you gonna kill my curse, I'm gonna kill your. This is the enemy, baby. This ain't me. I'm trying to tell you, this is why you gotta stay fueled up. The enemy is saying, I'm gonna kill your confidence before you'll ever kill my poverty curse.
Stretch out, bro.
You in a mental battle. So the word says this is spiritual warfare. So what I'm saying is you have to have something for your group of people to feed on, right? Every single day. Just like he said that word, listen, we don't sleep. No, it's that serious. Look, a lot of people gonna be like, D, oh man, don't take like that shit. You're not, most entrepreneurs, Brianna, are not gonna last long on the journey of entrepreneurship if their faith is not being fed. Because the enemy comes, he's gonna kill your confidence before you kill his curse. And if you understand, oh, that's the game, that's the game. Okay, well, you gotta feed. Everybody got a bum and a beast in them. Everybody got a bum and a beast in them. The problem with most people is we overload the bum in us, the person that don't want to do nothing, don't want change, but we starve the beast. And what I'm saying is, I made a mixtape called Beast Fuel to fuel everybody's beast.
Oh, Twan?
That way, listen, when them thoughts come, Brianna, because this, I've been in this thing over a decade, them thoughts gonna come, you heard me?
Yeah.
There ain't nothing you gonna do, because that's where the crack at. You say the crack is in the thoughts. I want to keep people from falling through the cracks. The cracks is in the thoughts. Go ask. I'm gonna go deep with y'all. Go get a picture of a brain. They ain't got number of cracks in our brain. Go look at a brain,
bro.
That might be too deep.
Man.
All the cracks is it. Go look at a brain. It's all the cracks in here. And what I'm saying is, if you're gonna keep people from slipping through the cracks, it's not the cracks of the business you got to protect. It's the cracks of the brain, and that's where the enemy attacks. So what you got to do is you got to give them something specific that they can feed on to fill those cracks. So when the enemy comes, they can stand tall. Like, I already know what game this is. I know you trying to make me feel like this. You trying to make me do this, but nah, because I know this, because I learned that, because I believe this, because my faith is in this, because my belief is in that. Listen, you better go find somebody else because you can't devour me. I'm on the path to destiny, baby. You can't devour me. I'm on the path to destiny. He will lead. He will lead. Because he only seeks, listen, team, he only seeks who he can devour. It does not say he fights with people who he can't. It says he sees who he can. If he can't, he ain't fooling with your ass. Anyway, you understand that? Now you got to get some beast fuel in your life.
Man, boy.
I hope that helped.
Coming, man.
Oh, man.
Sheesh.
I don't even know what to say after that. Ooh.
Hey, follow me on, I got something to say. Follow me on Instagram. Y'all follow me on Instagram, The Locker Room Legend. It's straight up, Locker Room Legend, The Locker Room Legend. Go click it right now. Go click it right now. I should have 400 new followers right now. AD, I should have 400 new followers right now. Locker Room Legend, straight up.
Man, you better feed yourself, man.
I'm gonna feed it. Listen, that's what it is. The Bible says you have not. Don't mind. The Bible says you have not because you ask not.
That's it, man. Yeah. Feed yourself, bro. Y'all better feed
That's why
yourself.
the new person, guess what they got to be a maniac at? Man, one day I'm going to build a business that's so big it's going to start paying me $10,000 a month. One day I'm going to build me a business so big it's going to pay me $100,000 a month. One day I'm going to build a business so big start paying me $1 million a month. One day. The new person, guess what they got to be? That's why I say you got to have childlike faith, right? You also got to have childlike excitement. A large part of childlike faith is childlike excitement. A large part of childlike excitement is childlike energy. I'm going to say that again. A large part of childlike faith is childlike excitement, right? Man, look, Christmas time, birthday time, they got a bounce in their step, right? Irregardless of your current situation, you should always wake up with some type of bounce in your step. Why? Because I'm thankful for what he's done so far, but I also live in high expectation for what he ain't do yet. But even though he ain't do it, even though he ain't manifest yet, even though my goals and dreams, I can see him, I can smell him, I can feel him. I see myself in this place. I see myself wearing this. I see myself driving this. I see myself living here. I see myself flying here. I see myself in a private jet with my face on that sucker. You get what I'm saying? I'm soul playing this thing. Like I see myself. I see it, but it ain't manifest yet. I can still wake up with childlike energy, right? That's why I say you gotta have childlike faith, right? You also got to get, I'm fired up in the right kind of way.
I'm fired all the way up, bro. Man, go man.
Man, this been a big dang deal, y'all.
That wing.
Oh, y'all. Man, I'm just excited about y'all. Y'all, come on. I'm gonna let y'all come off mute, man. Show them some love, y'all. Drop some fire in the chat. Y'all, this was
Let's go.
Hi, guys.
Thank you so much.
It was amazing.
Amazing.
The best.
Thank y'all. We needed that so much.
Taking us under your wing.
Thank you.
Go, let's get it.
You guys. That's right.
Yes.
Great job.
Look, I've been knowing people was ready. I know folks.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Yeah.
Cover y'all and bless and fill abundance to y'all coaches.
I'm master money.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much.
Hold on. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you. My soul is happy.
I was just saying, you know.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I definitely hit
that
the
wasn't
follow
in the middle
button.
of that thing. Stop it. That was question and
Grab
answer.
my beach
We
view.
heard most of it. And the whole point was your reaction. I wanted to clarify what I said as far as you can stop talking to me now. I was being facetious. I was being black because I was like, bruh, if they ain't talking to, if you are not talking to me through them with several things that they said, that's what I was getting at.
Well, it's funny because
Man, so man, I'm just super excited about every last one of y'all, man. Y'all, let's get this thing rocking and rolling, y'all. And man, I hope to see y'all out next week because this is just gonna get better and better, y'all.
Yes.
I mean, y'all the largest number that we've had on Zoom. We got 500 people on here tonight. I'm gonna have to expand my Zoom to 1,000. Okay, because look, man, y'all look, that is absolutely amazing, y'all. I'm just excited about every last one of y'all. And so thank y'all again. Y'all just did the thing. Y'all just literally, y'all both just put on for y'all city.
Get it like people that still owe me checks. They still owe me checks.
for my city. I put on for my city. On for my city. I put on for my city. On for my city. I put on for my city. On for my city. When they see me off in traffic, they say Jeezy on some other shit. Send them pussy niggas running straight back to the dealership. Me, I'm in my spaceship. That's right, I work for NASA. This FNH is not a fraud. Call that bitch my bodyguard. Call that bitch your bodyguard. Yeah, that's my bodyguard. Wear a lot of jewelry. Young don't do security. It's whiter than a napkin, harder than a dinner plate. If you want it, come and get it. You know I stay super straight. Ran up in my spots and now I'm working out the Super 8. Know you niggas hungry. Come and get a super plate. Y'all sing happy birthday. Yeah, I got this super cake. 100 carat bracelet. I use it like some super bait. Put on for my city. On for my city. I put on for my city. On for my city. Put on east side. Put on south side.
Look at that thing, hit this shit to the people.
I put on for my city.
I do it. Yeah. Did the remix.
Same old shit, just a different day. Out here trying to get it each and every way. Mama need a house, baby need some shoes. Times are getting hard. Guess what I'ma do? Hustle, hard, hustle, hard. Closed mouths don't get fed on this boulevard. Okay, I'm booked out until August. Show money deposits. See the shit that I cop it. Got by the house note in my pocket. I'm on South Beach with that top off. Bad bitch and her ass off. Something out of that catalog. She introduced to that lockjaw. And I think her name was Lisa. Or maybe it was Sheila. My Chevy sitting too high. I call that Wiz Khalifa. And I'm all about the them Franklins. Ain't talking Aretha. Bitch, my league too major. I'm hip hop Derek Jeter. And I'm
Get paid, young hitter, get paid. Get paid, young hitter, get paid. Get paid, young hitter, get paid. Whatever you do, just make sure you get paid. Get paid, young hitter, get paid. Get paid, young hitter, get paid. Crib so big that it came with a maid. Get paid, young hitter, get paid. Rule number one, get the money first. Rule number two, don't forget to get the money. Play by these rules and everything will be okay. Still in my trap, flipping my Frito-Lays. Go get the money, it ain't nothing else important to me. I showed her, she hurry up and took it. I f***ed her so good, she got up and started cooking. Rolling up big out of the cookies. If you ain't gas 40 bands, then you can't book me. Pulled up on the side, your girl, she wouldn't stop looking. That good as took it, good as gone. I guarantee that like my that ain't coming home. I got money to count, got packs to flip, to bust. When I was small, I ain't had nothing. Started selling and prayed to God for a plug. He showed up and said, get paid, young hitter, get paid. Get paid, young hitter, get paid. Get paid, young hitter, get paid. Whatever you do, just make sure you get paid. Get paid, young hitter, get paid. Get paid, young hitter, get paid. Crib so big that it came with a maid. Get paid, young hitter, get paid.
Ain't this what they been waiting for? You ready?
Let's go, Coach G.
I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It's time to marry the game, and I say, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty trying to bless me like I said I do. Like a nigga sneeze, nigga please feel them shit squeeze and getting cream. Never let them hoes get in between of what we started. Little nigga, but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck and they hated when I departed. I go and get it regardless. Draw it like I'm an artist, no crawling, went straight to walking with foreigns in my garages. Or foreign bitches menaging, fucking sucking and swallowing anything for $1. They tell me get him, I got him. I I did it without an album. I did shit with Mariah. Little nigga, I'm on fire. Icy as a hockey ring, Philly nigga, I'm flyer. When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was lease. Then I bought that new Ferrari, hey, to rest in peace. Hey, to rest in peace to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about my niggas, then what you talking about? Gangsters move in silence, nigga, and I don't talk a lot. I don't say a word. I don't say a word, was on my grind and now I got what I deserve. Fuck nigga, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I bought y'all thought it was rented. Flexing on these niggas, I'm like Popeye on the spinach. Double M, yeah, that's my team. Rose, the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type can of men casting grind like I'm broke. That Lambo, my new bitch, she'll ride like my ghost. I'm riding around my city with my hands strapped on my toes. Cause these niggas want me dead, and I gotta make it back home. Cause my mama need that bill money, my son needs some milk. These niggas try to take my life, they fuck around, get killed. You fuck around, you fuck around, you fuck around, get sold. Cause these Philly niggas I pull with me, don't fuck around, no joke. No, all I know is murder. When it come to me, I got young niggas that's rolling, I got niggas throwing bees. I done did the DOS, I done did the KODs. Every time I'm in that bitch, I get to throwing 30 G's. But now I'm hanging out that drop head, I'm riding down no collar. They let my nigga earn back home, that young nigga be wildin'. We young niggas, we mobbing, like Batman or with Robbie. This two-door Maybach with my seat on reclining, I'm like, real nigga, what up? Real nigga, what up? If you ain't about that murder game, then pussy nigga, shut up. If you dip me in your rats, I get your pussy ass stuck up. When you touch down in my hood, no, that tour life ain't good. Cut me down in MIA, and that heat game on wood. With that Puma life on my feet, like that little engine I could. Boy, I slide down in your block, bike on 12 o'clock. And they be throwing deuces on the same nigga they watch. And I'm
Okay.
Yo,
Let me find out if you know what you're doing.
Listen, I don't know if y'all ready to go there tonight.
They fooling with you, boy.
They say I'm in the mood with a bitch and a whole
I used to be a DJ before for America.
my fucking nut for sure. She gon' be rolled in, and I'ma cut the TV off and go to sleep on that whole in. I tell it to your girlfriend, you tell her everything else. She gon' be with her boyfriend, you gon' be by your damn self. While I'm in my Benz with your friends, and she bout to get nervous. Baby, I don't want nothing but some mountain lip service. Don't act bad, don't get mad. That's all I can do with you, cause I don't want your ass. Look, you're kinda fine with a nigga name when you're fine. Now respect my fucking mind, how I'ma hit that from behind. Got a whole boss of coke and my little booster next door. I'm getting tired of you rappers, it's time for me to rescore. I done fixed these bitches' house up and had them living swell. Yeah, still a nigga like me was eating at Taco Bell. But after that shit, all that trick shit, I stopped it. And lock my fucking pockets, you can't pick it or pop it. Now I get what I can get out of these hoes and I'm up. And if she wanna flex up, then I'ma beat the hoe up. Girl, that's you and I, you don't know me on fire. 17 is more like magic on the tires. Girl, that's you and I, you don't know me on fire. 17 is more like magic on the tires. Girl, that's you and I, you don't know me on fire. 17 is more like magic on the tires. Girl, that's you and I, you don't know me on fire. 17 is more like magic on the tires. See, I know how to treat a hoe. The talking to greet a hoe, make her know I don't need a hoe. Don't mix up your people, hoe. If I tell you do something, you better do what I say. If you planning on playing me, better get out my way. A bitch and get you killed, that's the way I think. From some old bitch ass nigga trying to receive my bang. Pussy coming and go, and been like that before I got here. Pussy don't wait for me or no nigga, but it's gon' stop here. For a little while, so I'ma get what I could. And if she bout sucking some dick, I ain't hating, it's all good. Now can I get that out there? It ain't hard to do. You's a fine motherfucker and you're starting to. I'm trying to fuck something till it can't see. When I'm gonna show you what this dick, you gonna thank me. A nigga gon' be like that until the moment I retire. Ask them bitches about me, they gon' say that I'm on fire.
Let y'all hear a little Memphis before y'all get up out of here. Look, I gave it to y'all. I'm gonna have to bring y'all a little Memphis to y'all real quick.
Let me get it. MJG and they run it. MJG. Who run it? Hey, Memphis. Who run it? 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 Who run it?
Y'all clowning tonight.
Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? These bitches ain't running. Run, triple jaw mouth, cause the
Feel like I'm at the club.
What? All gas, no break set. Y'all rapping y'all coach tonight. What y'all ready to do?
All gas, no
diamond rings. Bitch, don't hate me, hate the bank. For stacks of cheese that I take. Or hate my shiny wristband. That big ass rims I rotate. See, flick for flick when the bump gets sick at the stomach. They wonder what I brought in. They wonder what I got coming. Who's looking like this? I'll be your mouth like a bitch. Taste me with
Hey, this shit right here. That's it right here,
That's it.
Will it just be
Come on now, bro. This will never get old, though.
That's real hip hop.
You know I want you. Tell me how you feel.
Listen.
I'll be obliged if you step outside, because my ride is awaiting. I dated, a staking, a nightcap, we mating, awakened by smells of perfume that I inhale, and then tell how well we raise hell on the Denzel. Satin sheets, heat from your feet, keep me warm. The mood is perfected with the sounds from the storm. You came stronger, I lasted longer than I've ever lasted. Your mouth was fantastic, the fuck test you passed it. The way you made a nigga laugh, I had to hit you. And when I saw that ass pass, I had to hit you. You're making me fight against my will. What must I do?
Would you kill for me?
Yeah, is my life in danger too?
Would you steal for me?
Yeah, if that shit belongs to you.
Feel for me?
Yeah, if the way you act is true, who knows? Fine clothes, Lexus those you'll be closing when you become one of the chosen. Hoes in different places, different faces, different cases. Got me tied like shoelaces, no mistake, it's MJG, you ain't gotta be constantly trying to shoot that P, claiming that you ain't heard of me, keeping it real. Let me know how you feel when we communicate. We'll be straight if you express your mind instead of preferring to wait. Some who can't do it, lose women, but nigga like me used to it. Space age pimp.
Getting sticky, your mouth is saying no, but your body saying stick me, lick me. Don't be afraid of what your friends say. Rappers get that ass, then be out of here like yesterday. But not tonight, you look so tight, it feels so right. This endo got me purring, let's go hop in my Suburban and ride till we get to where you wanna be, no matter how far. Just call me bald, baby, to me, you're the superstar. Ask me time and time again, why did I choose you? Do I wanna be your man or just misuse you? I hear your partner dissing when they think I ain't listening. Them hoes just be wishing they could be in your position. With me in luxury, I got to be every day. Chief and hay with something stout, wearing lingerie. Let's hit the tail, get a sweet and order something to eat. Tell me things about you, I'll tell you things about me. Then out the blue, I'll be caressing you, undressing you. You start doing all that shit you said you'll never do. Lusting, busting, all out of my boxer draw. Fingers dripping, slipping in and out and in and out. Constantly telling me the things you don't do. Yet you do it like a pro and think that I don't know. But I do, that's why I'm here with you and you know this. Slip on the latex and dive in. Swish.
hard for a nigga to leave. Don't do that. Don't do that. I got to go. I got to get up and go. I think I'm gonna stay.
That's a classic, man.
Fix them George Washington to it.
Classic.
Ain't gonna never get over.
That's a classic.
Man.
I ain't gonna do it. I'm telling you, don't do it.
That is.
Do it. It might be that. I want to know is why is it
y'all had-
pipe? I got Scottish in my
Y'all
gun.
about to make me pull this truck over.
I'm being serious.
Saying that I chose this.
Why?
So, I typed a text to a girl I used to see, saying that I chose this cutie pie with whom I wanna be. And I apologize if this message gets you down. Then I CC'd every girl that I'd CC round town. Hate to see y'all frown, but I'd rather see her smiling. Wetness all around me, true, but I'm no island, peninsula maybe. Makes no sense, I know crazy. Give up all this that's in my lap, no looking back. Spaceships don't come equipped with rear view mirrors. They dip as quick as they can. The atmosphere is now ripped. I'm so like a pimp. I'm glad it's night. So the light from the sun would not burn me on my bum when I shoot the moon. High jump the broom like a preemie out the womb. My partner yelling too soon. Don't do it. Reconsider. Read some litter. Sure on the subject. You sure? You know we got your back like chiropractic. If that do you dirty, we'll wipe her out as in detergent. Now hurry, go on to the altar. I know you ain't a pimp, but pimp, remember what I taught you. Keep your heart, 3 stacks. Keep your heart. Hey, keep your heart, 3 stacks. Keep your heart. Man, these girls are smart. 3 stacks, these girls are smart. Play your part.
Play your part.
Play your part.
To choose it, lover never without a rubber. Never in the sheets like it on top of the cover. Money on the dresser, drive a compressor. Top notch, get the most, not the lesser. Trash like the for $40 in the club. Up the game, she gets no love. She be cross country, giving all that she got. 1,000 a pop, I'm pulling billions off the lot. I smashed up the gray one.
The gray one. Oh, me a red.
Every time we hit the parking lot, we turn head. Some wanna choose, but them just too scary. You chose me, you ain't a pimp.
You ain't a pimp. You a fairy. Hey, there we go.
Wait a minute.
Come on, man. You gonna make me pull over for real. You gonna make me late to my
Hey, y'all is ready. You gotta hit that thing one more time.
Yes.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. Coach Shay, come on, Coach Shay. DJ.
Hold on. We ain't got enough people off camera. Hold on.
Well, I'm in a dark spot. Sorry. Come on. Hey.
Yeah, I think we kind of old.
Y'all gonna make me pull over.
From the College of Dicks. Now who the fuck you be, bitch? You know me. Try to act so low, down low, hush and low key. Now ho, I ain't bo. Where did my motherfuckers go? Y'all remember this hoe? She used to do nails for Rochelle. Well, how the hell you been since I had no job? Wanted to give me some, cause you know I flow and run for squad. Now all of that was on the clouds. No doubt y'all records spin, y'all shipping and gold. It's cold on the outside looking in. Then you best to make yourself worthy, cause I got a clique of niggas ready to get their Johnson baby dirty. You heard me put that dirty, this is out your early. Click and disappear. Remember when you would not give me shit? Now you down for them habits. Put your numbers on the napkins, make them snap them. Cause the guy to go to the bathroom, see that
Showing love, shaking that ass in the club, nigga. Showing love, shaking that ass in the club, nigga. Hoes with no clothes, showing love, shaking that ass in the club, nigga. Hoes with no clothes, showing love, shaking that ass in the club, nigga.
No different from the rest, she's just an ordinary hoe. Hair extensions, long nails, ass thicker than gumbo. Make it fast, taking cash, shaking ass in the mix. Tens turn to 20s and 20s come from penny tricks. Niggas in love, can't stay out the club, all in the whole face. But at the end of the paper chase, whatever you had will be erased. I see them in the back, counting up their cheddar, talking loud, smoking hate, making clouds, getting ready for the crowd. I think I know one, I remember you, oh yes I do. Trying to high side on me and my crew, but ain't no love lost, boo. What time the club closed? At 3, what's up, you coming with me? We can smoke up mad trees after you get up off your knees. You want some cheese? Ho, please, tricks don't stay at the swab house. Hoes around my nuts like gnats. Real dogs don't pay for cats, that's for real, baby. Recognize and show me love. Dig that shit. Show love.
Hoes in the club, show love. Shaking that ass in the club, nigga, what? Hoes with no clothes, showing love. Shaking that ass in the club, nigga, what? Hoes with no clothes, showing love. Shaking that ass in the club, nigga, what? Hoes with no clothes, showing love. Shaking that ass in the club, nigga, what?
Okay, here it comes, here it comes.
Want to get close to me a few years back in the past. You wouldn't have even noticed me quoting the lyrics of a song that you know I flow. Looking for confidence and tickets to my next show. Check yo bitch in these short ass pants and blow up dresses. I can tell they freaking without 3 guesses. Oh yes, it's very true. Yo bitch, it be meeting me, leaving you. Hell, now what in the fuck is a nigga like me to do? Let her lose or let her remain? Cause all she be looking for is some fame, a bigger name. Little Miss Thing with bigger game, and she claims she ain't heard my music. Trying to trick me, so I told that hoe my name Bill Bixby. She still hit me, now she's killing my dick softly with her mouth and I really just don't plan on taking it out. Cause MJ fucking G, you needs to know about these hoes shaking their ass with no clothes like some bros. Show love.
Hoes in the club, show love. Shaking that ass in the club, nigga, what? Hoes with no clothes, show love. Shaking that ass in the club, nigga, what? Hoes with no clothes, show love. Shaking that ass in the club, nigga, what? Hoes with no clothes, show love. Shaking that ass in the club, nigga, what? Swallow love. Until my enemies choke a slug. Until my same vein blowers keep on showing love. Until you catch up or you next up on the T.O.P. Cause we gon' represent until the day they bury these. This one for Jackson be Haitian who wanna play at my station. I'm landing standing ovation. Boy, I'm down with the nation. A taser waiting the shotgun. Make a sucker get holler. Black gon' do what I gotta to melt you lemons like lava. If you can stand like a man, then Black will give you a chance. But see, you can't, so please, I ain't as me and gangsta advance. We tracking Trizac for track with Parkway love on our back. We waking, shaking, might just make it, and we ain't turning back. And adversaries out platinum, black pockets out fathom. Gold and silver might be nearer, but we planning on platinum. You pitch it up on the strip. I bitch them bloods from my lips. And fly don't dig what they done dug, but that don't mean I ain't hip. I make my enemies slip. I take advantage of errors. My territory forever with hammers cocked back with terror. Enemy mafia with Taylor, baby, too tough. Nobody needing nobody, and we ain't fucking with cuz. So cuz you keep to yourself, cause we ain't seeking no help. Cause play a family in this gangsta, all this player got left. And I can't be selling him out for a bigger car in the house. You keep that shit in your pocket, cause I've been doing
nobody needs nobody. All I need is me and my dog, nigga. So fuck all of y'all, nigga. Nobody needs nobody. All I need is me and my dog, nigga. So fuck all of y'all, nigga. Nobody needs nobody. All I need is me and my dog, nigga. So fuck all of y'all, nigga. Nobody needs nobody. All I need is me and my dog, nigga. So fuck all of y'all, nigga. Beauty but better. I need more cheating than cheddar. I take the woo out of tank, and as she raised sound better. I drain more harder than Drano, kick you harder than Kano. Take the life out the living, go all them suckers who follow. See tomorrow got more than A-Rap stock in the stove. I take the B out of blow, so you can hit him some more. They say we vicious like bitch, so quick to get in your shit and switch and click on the trick. You like I'm loving this shit. We having fun with this one. You see the look on my son, he know what